And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by...
Nah, he's not here. We're joined by Chance the Souls.
And the Red of Red Baron, currently.
Oh, man, you're going down, man. You got complete engine failure.
That and your propellers are not working.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, there he is.
So confused for a second. It really threw me for a loop.
What's going on?
Not too much. I'm actually trying to mess with Kyle's mic right now. He's quiet.
Oh, Kyle, your mic is quiet,
How am
man.
I quiet?
No, your mic is quiet.
How am I quiet, bro?
Try again.
Quiet.
There you go.
Yeah, that was better.
Why don't you tell us who you is real quick?
I am Chance the Souls today.
Tell us who you is real quick. Oh, shit. Starting lineups in left field.
I'll lead off today.
Oh.
I'm drinking Sun Lab. It's motionless hazy IPA. With Galaxy Eldorado and Kotu. You're gonna have to explain to me what the fuck all that means.
Those are hops.
Nice. It is a 1.7% alcohol volume. It is located in Miami, Florida, at Mount Pleasant Sun Lab Brewery. Yeah. Its government warning is according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink.
I think you left out a keyword before women.
Pregnant.
We don't want any women drinking this beer. If you look, put it down. Mock?
Well, January's still on.
Kendall?
Well, from
Wow.
Blue Point Brewing.
Wow.
Oh, you know what's really funny? You know what I just realized? Last day of January is a Monday. It's got another week to go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Another show with no drink.
From
That Tuesday, though, we get lit.
I'm doing dry February.
28 days, 29 days. How many is it this year?
Howard.
Patrigue, New York. Blue Point, I have French Toasted, a double brown ale with natural flavors of coffee, cinnamon, and maple syrup. I did not think this through.
Yeah, dude, right.
I am drinking, brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873, from Golden, Colorado, Coors, the banquet beer.
Greatest.
Can you do that again, but with a deeper voice?
Coors, the banquet beer.
It's a hard voice to imitate.
I'm not trying to imitate him. I was just trying to have a deeper
Oh.
voice.
Sam Elliott?
Yeah, I'm not trying to imitate
He's
Sam
like a
Elliott.
father figure to me.
Yeah.
I'm in for that. I like that. And now, I have a question for that, Kyle. Is it because of all of his like Academy Award winning work, or is it because he was the graveyard guy in that Nicolas
No,
Cage?
it's because he was the dad in the ranch.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be because he was in Ghost Rider.
He was Ashton Kutcher's dad, and the fuck's his name from that 70s show?
It, not Topher Grace. It's,
Will Arnett.
that's it.
Mark, you watch a lot of the show. What's his name?
I watch a lot of what show?
That 70s show.
What's what guy's name?
The best friend of Eric.
He's kind of in a lot of trouble now.
Ashton Kutcher?
No.
No.
Oh, Danny Masterson.
Masterson.
That's the one.
Danny Masterson. Yeah.
Hey, Steelers re-signed
The one
Anthony
that
Miller.
the one that banged Mia Kunis first. But
Yeah.
Ashton married her. Good for him, I
Yeah,
guess.
winner.
Oh, the mass is here. Just I have the Coors makeup here. Toast of excellence.
I'll lead it off.
Okay,
My toast of excellence to Jimmy Garoppolo getting another win in the postseason.
there it is.
Yeah, and doing absolutely nothing to get it.
Didn't need to. Got the win, though, didn't he?
Kendall.
I like it. So he's also wearing his Bay Area hat to
Yeah,
go
that's right.
along.
Yeah, he's got the Bay Area hat to go along with it.
I have two Bay Area hats.
That's true. You should wear them like Sherlock Holmes.
Actually, hold on. To support Jimmy G,
San Francisco Giants.
Quick
Guy's
wardrobe,
overrated.
quick
Do you have
wardrobe change.
Do you by any chance do you also have a pair of Levi's in the car?
not, but it's okay.
You know what you should do? I think the right move here, Kyle, is you should cut those hats in half and like sew them together, like the AI jersey from You Got Served.
There you go.
Yep,
It's
Jimmy
a-
G.
it's a
Jimmy
beautiful-
G supporter.
That hat might be a relic soon, though, but we'll talk more about that later.
Yes, we will.
Kendall,
You better
toast of
keep the same
excellence?
fucking colors, though. That's all I care about.
All right. I'm gonna give it to Gabriel Davis. Pretty incredible performance. No receiver ever to four touchdowns. I don't remember any.
He was like 201 yards and 4
yeah,
touchdowns.
pretty cool.
My toast of excellence is to Robbie Gold for continuing his non-miss in the playoff streak. I didn't want to say it last week because it hadn't been mentioned enough, but now pretty much everyone's talking about it, so if he's jinxed, he's jinxed. And for eliminating the Packers. And further confirming Matt LaFleur is a bum head coach.
Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum.
Bottom
Right.
third.
That's pretty funny.
It's because he makes the plays that matters.
He's a bottom third. He's a bottom third coach in the league.
I'm answering you, Mock. I'm answering you on the
I
air.
know you are.
You bitch.
I know you are.
He makes the plays that fucking matter.
Cal, keep rooting for your whatever quarterback.
Hey,
Anyway,
wins more
My
than any
toast
quarterback the
is
Giants have
to-
had in the last 5-10 years.
Eli Manning was playing
well,
5 to
honestly,
10
that's
years
not
ago.
totally true. But if you think that,
Oh, he won more games than the Giants have in the last 6 years.
Anyways, Mock.
my toast
I love how
is
you
to
guys are best
actual
friends.
current Giants quarterback Daniel Jones. I don't know if you guys remember this story a couple months ago. There was that high school kid who came out. I don't know if it was like a state championship game or something, but he ended up throwing like 8 touchdowns in the game.
Mhm.
And then
That's pretty cool.
after the game, they found out that his mom passed away like the day before.
Oh, that's less cool.
So they had this whole thing, but it came out the other day that Daniel Jones surprised this kid. And I think he gave him 2 tickets to the Super Bowl this year. It was either 2 or 4, and kind of gave him like the whole kit to get down there and go to the Super Bowl.
The
Good
best
on him.
the best gift was that there was a little note in there that said, "Rest assured, I won't be there."
Jonathan India did something like that this past weekend.
Tom Brady did it too. That kid, the cancer kid in the
Yeah,
stands.
poor kid.
Yeah, the brain cancer kid. Yeah.
Jonathan India gave a Bengals fan that had autism that couldn't play baseball 2 tickets to any Reds game he chooses to. Because he saw him at the Bengals game.
I thought you were about to switch into a Reds hat for a second.
Can you imagine? I got all 30 hats today.
Real funny.
I have another toast, but if Massey wants to go first.
No, go ahead, Mock.
We all know
The
Matt.
other toast is just to Tyrann Mathieu for winning this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Did 2 people get there or just one?
I think it's one.
Just one.
Every team gets like a nominee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, every team nominates a player, and then
What
I
did
don't
he
know
do?
who-
What did he do? I didn't see it.
He plays for the Chiefs.
I did.
There you go.
I forget what the charity is. I just know that he won the award.
He influenced the most Jackson Mahomes TikTok followers.
So funny.
Take it away from him.
Tell you what, big fan of how this is all coming to the light now. Big fan. But I'll save it for another time. When it comes
Tyrann
up,
Mathieu.
big fan though. Big fan of all the shit
Tyrann
that's happening.
Mathieu Foundation. Trying to see if I can tell what it does.
Should have been
Charitable foundation impact the lives of financially disadvantaged children and youth through encouragement, opportunities, and resources in Kansas City and its hometown environments.
Matthew, are you drinking
So-
tonight?
I am not.
Kendall and Kyle, then happy, by the way, National Canned Beer Association Day.
Yeah, suck
Hey.
it, you guys.
Okay.
Because I have the Coors Banquet beers, I would like you guys at some point in the show to serve 2 of them to me Stone Cold style.
Okay.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh.
Mine is to.
Sorry, Massey. I thought you went. My bad. Go ahead.
Sorry. Mine is to the best weekend to play on football that I've personally seen. Every single game this weekend was fucking insane, and I loved it.
Well, you've never
Except
seen
for
me.
Tannehill. Tannehill was not good.
Yeah, that game.
it was still.
It was a close game, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a good game.
It was Tannehill being a fucking dumbass in the red zone.
So Tannehill didn't play well, and that's okay. Garoppolo scrapes through, and he's praised.
Yeah, he got the win, man.
Tannehill threw a pick on the first play from
Oh, it was
scrimmage.
bad. He played bad.
And then threw a garbage pick in the end zone. I
And
mean,
Garoppolo
he
played with a-
lost them the game. Garoppolo didn't lose him the game.
Garoppolo playing with a bum shoulder, man.
Kyle, I'm going to get you a shirt that says Free Jimmy G.
Yeah, I never said he's not injury prone. I will admit he's injury prone.
I'm going to get you a shirt that says it. Free Jimmy G.
Go for it.
I'm going to get you 10 of them.
Yeah, all different colors.
No, they're all going to be the same color.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. No, they're going to be Phillies colors.
That's cool with me, too.
I was going to say you should definitely make them Ravens colors.
Fuck you, Mass. All right? I wouldn't give you a maroon and white shirt.
Thanks, Kyle. All right,
So we'll just kind of dive into the topics then.
I have one thing I want
Oh,
to say. The MLB is having consecutive day talks about ending the strike.
that could have been your topic.
Nah, I got a way better topic.
Oh, all right.
But, like, I'm just excited. 2 days in a row. It's actually graduating somewhere. Baseball is going to happen. We need it. We need
Man,
baseball.
Kendall's butthole is real ripe right now.
I don't
Actually,
know what's happening.
We need free agency to fucking end because there's a lot of good names out there.
Was
so.
it that chicken, man?
No,
Did you have that kind of gas today after the chicken last night?
No, I think I had a bunch of buffalo wings over the weekend, and I never really
Had a full shit.
made way of it. And I think this is
And
kind
then
of
you just kind of piled the chicken and the mashed potatoes
Yeah.
last night on top.
I think it's fast track.
Did you eat the leftovers?
How long you gonna ride this buffalo sauce train?
Oh, hopefully just until tomorrow.
Why you're in the bottle?
What?
You got buffalo sauce.
All right. So topics.
You want to go first?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Go
All right.
for it, man.
All right, so we're doing a buy or sell segment. We've done these.
No.
plenty-
That's not
no.
your topic. That's your segment for the second hour.
Like our roundtable thing we've been doing.
Yeah, the roundtable thing.
All right, so the baseball thing. Ending.
It all comes full circle.
And we're back to the beginning. Welcome back, everybody.
Don't press
Now,
rewind on
here's
your
the
table.
I don't know how we're going to discuss it. I really, truly don't know enough about why it's locked out. So if
It's
you want
locked
to...
out for numerous of reasons. Okay. the main reason
It seems to me like rich white people want more money.
the owners want more money.
Okay.
Okay. They don't want to pay the players. And the players
I
like,
also
well,
want to get rid of the arbitration.
correct. And they want to. I think there's something about rookie, minor league deals and rookie deals too.
Arbitration is such a funny concept to me.
Yeah, you suck. We don't want to pay you, but you're pretty much the best player on the
I
team.
tell you what, arbitration would be a cool thing to bring into like the regular workplace.
Right?
Right, I've been here for 4 years. This is what I think I should be making. Well, we think you should be making this, and let's take it to court.
I forgot who it was Marcus Stroman, I think, that said it when he was in arbitration with the Blue Jays. He was like, "It hurt me when they told me that I sucked."
It's like, I'm trying for you guys.
But they also talk about other things like the universal DH, which I will get into later. But the universal DH, we're talking about expanding the playoff. They're talking about what happened?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why aren't you just going to get into it now?
Because it will ruin one of my things, man.
More to it.
Okay.
All right. There's stuff about that. There's stuff about it's mostly money related, but like you can think the owners get a shit ton of money from the broadcast deals and all that stuff too. So they're just greedy fucks.
Yeah. Well, it's unique in a way that you kind of mentioned it too, and I guess basketball and hockey don't really have this, but sort of do. But baseball really has like their own broadcast deal per team for the most part. That's we'll call it 95% true.
No, every team does. Every team has their own thing.
So the reason I said 95 because like out west, NBC, I don't know what you call it, like Oakland, San Francisco, and I think like Anaheim, they have like a group of people that kind of all, it's like a Southern California thing. It's weird. But yes, every team has its own like
broadcast.
network. Yeah. And so there's a lot of moving parts with that, and with that all comes, all the sponsorships and deals, with everything. Yes?
Man, I didn't even know about this. This is a toast that's been going unnoticed for the past 4 weeks. I have the toast. The final toast of the day. DJ Cooper is finally able to come back and play.
Oh, it is.
DJ Cooper was the guy that used to play. He was the guard that played for Ohio State, and he went undrafted, so he ended up going to like overseas and played in the EuroLeague and stuff. And then he was fucking high as a fucking kite when he got randomly drug tested by FIBA. So he used his girlfriend's piss, and his drug test came back pregnant. His 2 year suspension is up January 1st. He's finally able to play again.
Gonna take the league by
Oh,
storm.
so imagine finding out your fucking significant other's pregnant via suspension.
Trying to cheat the system.
So funny.
But it's a good sign to see that they're going to be talking back-to-back days.
Now, is this one of those things where it's like a certain amount of like a percentage of owners had to agree to a lockout, or did?
I think it's just an agreement between both sides. I don't think there's got to be a percentage. I think one.
No, not to end the lockout, to start a lockout.
Oh, I don't know. How.
Because
That
like if
CBA expires.
yeah, there you go. That happened.
right, but I mean, but like it's not just like one owner being like, oh hey, I want more money, and then so everything was just like, okay, cool, lockout. Like, but it's also I highly doubt 32 people were all like, oh yeah, we all want the same thing.
Well, Tony Clark's also a fucking dickhead, and people, I get the hate for Rob Manfred, but
Is he also pregnant?
Yeah, but like Rob Manfred, this isn't all on him. Like he's just the lawyer at this point for the owners.
Is it Roger Goodell's fault?
It should be.
Like
That guy is the worst commissioner. He might be worse than David Stern.
David Stern wasn't bad.
David Stern was bad. David Stern was good in the like early 90s, but like late 90s into 2000s, he was bad.
But we all knew fucking Silver.
Tell you what, though. After watching what Chris Paul has done with Devin Booker and James Harden, could you imagine if the league let him go to the Lakers? Him and Kobe Bryant would have absolutely destroyed the NBA.
Wait, hold on. Who would have destroyed who with what?
Chris Paul would have destroyed the NBA with Kobe Bryant.
Did they prevent that from happening?
Yep.
Yeah.
They said no way, Jose.
Because we don't want super teams.
Yeah, and 1 year later,
Fast forward.
1 year later, Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen.
but it's very encouraging, and I'm hoping to see more from it. Because baseball is my love, and it would kill the sport if they couldn't get the season started right away.
When do pitchers catchers report?
It's supposed to be in like 3 weeks.
So I mean that is it's a
They got
decent
these-
window to.
Yeah. I think they know they have to make this happen.
Is it even 3? Because usually it's like the first week of February.
I think it was like the 21st this year.
Oh, wow.
Because they were going to start games like the week after.
Right, it's because Christmas fell on a Saturday this year.
Dude, I couldn't tell you the reasoning. It usually does happen early February.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever. That's all I got to say about that. Maybe they knew about this, and that's why they started it later.
Maybe.
I got to hear. Only the Baltimore Orioles have released their release dates. Everybody else is TBA. But they have pitchers and catchers reporting February 15th.
Baltimore's like, all right, we already printed all this stuff. We have to get this done.
Tampa Bay is also reporting the same thing. But Baltimore chose to keep their mouth shut on the minor league pitcher-catcher report today.
Here's the thing. I think they can still attend. I think they can go down there and still, like, throw and shit.
I don't think so. You can't have like any activity without
Right,
that.
'cause you get hurt.
Because essentially it's like they're on strike.
No, I get it. But it's like, if you're Baltimore, you got to do anything you can to somewhat throw 91 and, like, be productive. So I don't think they give a shit.
But what I'm saying is like if
Oh, I
the
get it.
league is on strike, you can't cross.
Come on, the replacements.
It's
Eddie
fun-
Martell cross.
It's just funny because it's like, if they're on strike, you can't cross. But just so you know, all the pitchers are together, and they're all practicing together. They're just not doing it on an MLB-sanctioned field.
Exactly.
Eddie Martell crossed.
Kettle, do you have a topic?
I do. Semi-sports related. Do you guys ever notice when teams kind of, have this breakthrough or something, or they kind of rise to prominence? Something that's really culturally popular in that area becomes national all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Have you guys noticed an influx of Cincinnati chili everywhere now?
No.
No. Anyway.
I haven't heard of that.
So Cincinnati chili, it's really no different. It's just, there's a lot of cheese on it. And Massey, pull up a Cincinnati chili description and read it to the class, please.
Is it like Bob's chili?
Read it to the class.
Not exactly. But anyway, this is something that's been around.
Hormel in a pot? Nah, your dad makes solid chili.
Yeah.
It's been around literally forever.
Huh?
A lot of jalapenos.
Yeah.
And really, it wasn't until even when the Bengals were good with
Oh
Andy
my god, I've seen this before. What the fuck?
with
I forgot about this.
Andy Dalton and AJ Green, it was not anywhere. But until Joe Burrow hits the scene, that Cincinnati chili is sweeping the nation, and I don't understand the reason for it. Like, why? You got that description up, Mass?
All done.
They're using comments.
Okay, we'll show it to the class.
Here we go. Screen sharing.
And it's his penis.
Oh, God.
Man, that is a lot of cheese.
I didn't even see anything.
It's coming for us still.
I'm not saying I'm out on it. 'Cause is it on spaghetti?
Yes.
I think I hate toppings on chili. I just want chili. I don't want cheese. I don't want sour cream. None of that.
So, I mean, it's not coming through for us. But
It's all right. So it's a base layer of spaghetti, topped by chili, topped by onions, topped by cheese, topped by oyster crackers.
So, listen, I got no beef with
And
it.
it's a lot of fucking cheese.
It sounds like pretty good. It's interesting, but this would just be kind of like in the depths of Cincinnati, Southern Ohio culture if the Bengals weren't winning. I don't understand, and this happens sometimes with just
Well,
stuff.
it happened in the 90s. I mean, Uno Pizza, the deep dish pizza chain, was like around before that in like the 80s and stuff. But in the mid 90s, when the Bulls were winning, they changed their name to from Uno Pizzeria to Uno Pizzeria Chicago Bar and Grill.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, but like it's like a thing. Like you throw the name on it, like people know the
Right.
name because of the success. You think Sam
So,
Adams
yeah.
would be a national beer if the Patriots weren't good?
Probably not.
Oh, no, because it's trash.
Sam Adams is garbage.
Yeah, don't care for that beer that much.
Sam Adams is just the founding fathers.
You'll
version
drink
of
it though, right,
Yingling.
Kendall?
I will.
You'll
drink it.
drink fucking piss water if it had alcohol.
I tell you what,
right?
though, I will drink Yingling Boston Lager. Or I mean, Sam's Boston Lager over Yingling.
Oh, imagine that joint project.
Do you remember when you guys?
The founding fathers ale.
You guys remember when you came home from Pittsburgh with like fucking 6 cases of the stuff?
That was New York.
Was it New York?
Well, it was new and exciting at the time.
It was something new. I tried it at Vinny's house. Didn't like it, but Kendall really wanted to try it, so we got a. Only buy it by the case, so we got a case of the regular and a case of the black and tan.
What was that beer I bought you in Philadelphia?
In Philadelphia?
Yeah, it was a stout. Monkey something.
Oh, monkey knuckle?
It came in like a yellow box. You didn't like it, but...
What? Oh, when you were coming back with Larry that
Yeah.
time? I don't remember what it was, but it was
No,
fucking...
New York. Not in Philadelphia. It was New York.
Yeah, it was when you were coming back...
From my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't good. I remember that.
Oh, it's nice that he brought you something, though.
Oh, Kendall, beer review?
Yeah, it was a secret beer trip.
Kendall and I cracked open the 2 of the limited edition Bourbon Counties last night. Want to give a beer review of those real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
So the 150th anniversary aged in the Elijah Craig? No, that was the Old Forester. 150th anniversary aged in the Old Forester bourbon barrels, birthday bourbon barrels.
Definitely more booze forward than I anticipated. I noticed as time went on, it did kind of mellow out, or I got used to it. I don't know what between the two.
Well, there was a lot of the fumes because it was a higher alcohol content.
And it's a beer you traditionally you just drink room temp anyway.
Yeah, room temp or maybe like a slight chill. You want like basement temp.
Right.
Basement temp would be the way to do it.
Hashtag basement.
England style.
But it was solid. It was pretty good stuff. You could get this one had more of like the cocoa nibs to it and like a little bit more of that coffee flavor profile. Marzipan and fig, like some of those darker fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Give it 4.1 out of 5.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had a good time watching the games.
We did. Until I had to make dinner. That was terrible.
It's good though. Tasty.
What'd you make?
I made chicken Florentine and cream sauce with mashed potatoes and brown sugar glazed carrots. Carrots. Sorry, Kyle.
Finish those bad boys off today.
Kendall took home all my leftovers. As the garbage disposal that he is.
Oh, rat.
Yeah. Well, you offered. I didn't just like
You took
strong
them out of
arm.
my fridge.
Well, it was in the fridge.
You went in the
yes.
fridge to see if there was another Bourbon County in there. Then you took the leftovers. And then we had the Bourbon County aged in the Blanton barrels, and that was some top-notch shit.
Yeah, perhaps best ever.
Oh, yeah. That's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's the best Bourbon County I've ever had in my life.
Very rich.
had a nice not rich from like a sweet standpoint, but just like rich, full of flavor, almost like a creaminess to it. It had a kick in percent, but it wasn't noticeable at all. You really got the aromas and tastes from the barrel, from the Blanton's barrel. You could really pull out those Blanton's notes in it.
And a very cool bottle.
Yeah, it comes in a Blanton's bag with a little stopper. So if you want to drink half of it, you can put the stopper back on it and then come back tomorrow to an uncarbonated beer.
You are the sunshine of my...
Sing it, souls.
Nope.
All right. Does that pretty much wrap up your topic there?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those Jerry Seinfelds. Did you ever notice? But if you didn't, that's okay.
More of a.
Oh, you're talking about Squilly Dan?
Yeah, what's his real name? Trevor.
You just ever notice?
Trevor Noah?
No, Trevor Noah's black, Kyle.
Pretty sick.
Did you ever notice?
I was looking at tickets to see them live. So expensive. It's like $280. And I would do it if I was just driving to like Hartford, but I'm not paying $280 to drive to Buffalo. Massey, do you have a topic?
I have a couple different ones we can talk about, but I kind of wanted to talk about the...
Pick one for now, and then we'll cycle back to you.
Okay, let's talk about what we briefly talked about in the chat last night. Overtime rules.
Yep.
4 downs to score a touchdown from the 20-yard line. That's it. That's the only rule. That should be it.
Do you get a rebuttal?
Yeah.
I think college has it right.
Team 1 goes. You have 4 downs from the 20-yard line. That's it. 4 downs from the 20-yard line. If you score, if you're the first team and you score, then the second team gets a chance. They don't score, game's over, you win. They score, then it resets, and we do it again. Mm-hmm. And then the first team goes a second time. If they don't score, and then the second team goes and scores, game's over. Second team wins. And that's it.
I think that's, I'm
no
very
field
happy.
goals, right?
No, it's 4 downs from 20-yard line, end zone or nothing.
I agree. Or at least, at a minimum, both teams should get the ball.
You can't do it that way. It's unfair.
Why?
Because then the second team, if the first team scores a touchdown, the second team has extra downs to play with that the first team didn't get. It's not fair.
What do you mean?
If the first team, okay, so you're a head coach. Put on your coaching hat and be an unbiased. Don't be an asshole for this. It's the start of overtime. You just went into overtime.
Yep.
First play, you draw up a running play. You're running back stuffed at the line of scrimmage. You're on your own 25-yard line after a touchback. First play you draw up, run play, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Then an incomplete pass, then an incomplete pass. It is now 4th and 10 on your own 25-yard line on the first possession of overtime. Are you punting or going for it?
You're punting.
Okay. Massey, on your own 25-yard line, first possession, you're going to go for it on 4th and 10?
No. I understand your premise. I was thinking more along the lines of...
Of what?
I don't know. I don't know a way to balance that.
You wouldn't. But you would go for it. So now the first team goes down and scores a touchdown. The second team gets the ball. It's now 4th and 10 on their own 25. They're going for it because they have to win. They have to score to win. So every single set of downs, they get 4 no matter what. There's no strategy to it anymore. It's okay. Now we have to get 2.5 yards per play. We have 4 downs no matter what to score this touchdown or to get in field goal range if that's what it is. But the first team doesn't have that luxury.
Kickoff.
What?
Defer the kickoff.
But
if it's still a coin flip, then just defer. If you want to be the second team.
But it's still not fair.
That still gives the unfair advantage.
It still gives an unfair advantage. One team still has more downs than another team to work with. And where does it stop anyway? Okay, so the first team goes down and scores a touchdown. Then the second team comes back and rebuttals. So now it's just sudden death. So now we give the ball back to the other team. They go down and score again. The other team still doesn't get a rebuttal to it?
No, I think that they would.
So then I think you do. I think it's either 4 downs from the 20-yard line or what Kendall said, which is play another quarter of football. And you keep playing another quarter until there's a winner.
I agree with that.
Football's the only fucking sport that has to make it razzle-dazzle. Like, oh, we need to do this because they want... You know what it is? Football needs controversy. They need something to talk about. It's like now, all week we can talk about is overtime rules. All week.
What do you guys think?
Because after today, no one gives a fuck about these 4 games anymore. No one gives a shit about them. The next from tomorrow to Sunday, it's talking about those 2 games that are going to happen, and that's it. So you need other stuff to talk about. because it's still football season. So now we talk about the overtime rules. It's just no other sport
What
does
do
it.
you guys think-
Hockey is very simple. Overtime rules in the playoffs in hockey, it's sudden death. And you play 20-minute periods until someone scores. In basketball, you play a full 5-minute quarter period. Full 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. It's not whoever hits the first half-court shot. It's not whoever can do the prettiest driving reverse layup. It's not who can get lucky on one bad call. Because that's the other great thing. One bad call can ruin it, and the NFL is notorious for them. One bad call is not going to ruin it in an NBA game. One bad call in hockey is not going to ruin it. And then baseball is a full inning. Both teams get the same equal opportunities to go.
What do you guys think about doing just straight 2-point conversions the entire way?
I think it's got to be just one play.
Just one play. You go until you miss.
I mean, that's just a super extreme version of the 4 down thing. It's just
Sure.
it's a more.
I would rather see the 4 down. Almost like that's how college does it. I mean, and it's
Well,
entertaining to watch. And
so think of it this way. Sure, it's right at the end zone, but the other time you have 4 plays to prevent something from happening. This, you're taking one shot. If you get it, great. It's your team's turn.
I say play the extra quarter.
I think it should just be an extra quarter of football, and you play extra quarters until it's done. You're professional athletes. I don't care how tired you are.
Do it just because of the time.
But why? It's playoff football. Who
So
cares?
here's the thing too. It
All
used
right,
to
so
be.
do you just want to change the rules for playoffs?
Just for playoffs.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm 100% on board with that.
Well, it used to be.
I don't give a fuck about the regular season.
Right. Well, it used to be unchanged entirely. It was 15 minutes of football, but primarily before it was sudden death. Whoever scored,
Right.
that's it. But then they made this adjustment. Oh, it's going to be if you kick a field goal and this, and then they changed it from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. And it's like all this added stuff that was not required whatsoever. And now here we are talking about this. It's like, if they were going to make a change, they should have just done it in the first place instead of something that stood for 45 years and then like, oh, well, what if we do this cute little thing? This will be fun. And now we're stuck talking on a podcast about it.
The best way to go about it, who can do the longest reverse run?
Oh, Tyreek Hill, he's the best.
Get your best guy, do a reverse play, a reverse run. How long you can go? Gets
Listen,
1
I
yard.
think you make the kickers do a kickoff.
The ref holds up a stopwatch. Go!
15-minute quarter, no timeouts. First one, whoever has the lead at the end wins.
One challenge.
Yeah.
One challenge.
No challenges.
You know,
Everything's booth reviewed.
Okay.
It's funny because I remember a few years ago this kind of came up, and I think it was the players' union that shot down playing like the full extra quarter. They said whatever player safety or whatever.
Because football players are pussies.
They're lazy.
There.
They are. They're the laziest pieces of shit on the planet. You see how many times you see a wide receiver?
Football players are not lazier than me.
How many? You're not paid to be lazy. How many wide receivers run a 20-yard route and then be like, Coach, put another guy in.
Stand over there.
I just ran for a second.
You get like a minute and a half to just chill.
Well, it's
And then they get to go sit on the sidelines for fucking 8 minutes.
One thing too, football now especially, it's so we'll call it replacement driven because there's guys who play 2 snaps and then the other guy comes in. Like running backs are the perfect example.
Yeah.
There's teams that run 4 running backs a game. There's not guys carrying the ball 50 times a game consistently anymore. Doesn't exist.
And a great word to Charles Barkley. Emmett Smith's record will never be broken.
Can you do a Charles Barkley?
Can't, because I'm not good at it, but he says it all the time.
What?
Emmett Smith's record will never be broken.
Oh, yeah. At this point, no, it won't.
It was cool to hear from him, but
What?
Charles Barkley.
No, what record? The rushing yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a
Everybody
different-
shits on that guy for being dumb as hell, but he's actually not that dumb.
Who?
Charles Barkley.
Oh, I was like, Emmett Smith's pretty dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Just found out recently, Barkley has hosted SNL 4 times. Can you believe that?
Has he?
Yeah.
He's going to be part of the 5 Timers Club soon. That 5 Timers skit was so good. Who was it that hosted it for the 5th time? Was it Justin Timberlake?
I think it's Justin Timberlake.
And they did the 5. Oh,
Yeah.
So funny.
Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler song? They're the same one?
No, Andy Samberg wasn't on SNL when that happened.
This was a little while ago, but not that long ago.
No.
Simply the best. They made a movie that bomb.
Oh yeah, right.
That movie was so bad.
I saw that in theaters.
Mark, do you have a topic?
So I had overtime rules, so give me just a minute.
Massey?
I have one I can give to you, Mark.
But this is actually one I cooked up here, Mash. Just say it for me.
Cincinnati chili.
Do you guys want to talk about possibly having retirement of two of the biggest names in quarterbacking? And what the landscape looks like if that happens?
Well, here's the long and the short of it. Everyone's going to keep making fun of Ben Roethlisberger for the next 3 to 4 years. Because on the flip side, while NFL players tend to be some of the biggest whiner babies on the planet about having to go to work, NFL fans are by far the douchiest fan base there is.
Yeah.
So Ben Roethlisberger will be continued to be made fun of and memed for the next 5 years, regardless of any accomplishments he's made. And Tom Brady will probably be the first professional athlete in American sports history where people will throw parties the day it's announced that he died. And that's what's sad. That's really what's sad. It's super dark, like where I'm about to go with it. It is super dark, but like people will be like, people will make memes. People will have celebrations. He could die a tragic death, and people will celebrate it. Because for some reason, he is just so hated. Michael Jordan, Derek Jeter, fucking David Ortiz, all these fucking players that were so hated by another fan base was just, at the end, were just so like, oh my God, like at the end of the day, now that the dust has settled, like look what that person's done for the sport. And Tom Brady's not going to have that. And that's sad. That's sad. The guy changed the sport probably twice. I mean, if you really break it down, he's probably reinvented the sport 2 times. And so really, I think that it's, I don't think either of them are going to get, I mean, Tom Brady will get all the praise from the media that he deserves and whatnot, but from a fan base standpoint, people are not going to revere their careers. I think they're going to be, one's going to be a meme fest and the other one's going to be a thank God fuck him fest. You know, it's not going to be like when Phillip Rivers retired and when Peyton retired and Eli and all these players. There's going to be a lot of hate on the internet.
Ben hasn't retired yet.
No, but neither of them have. But when they both do, when the announcements come out, like when Ben has his retirement press conference, from the time it's announced to an hour after it, 4 finger swipes through Instagram, you'll see at least 16 rape memes, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed. You'll see it. It'll be the media, ESPN and like CBS Sports. Those guys will give it the coverage, like, you know, and like talk about their careers and stuff and talk about the what they've done for the sport and things like that. But from a fan standpoint, there's not going to be any respect given to either of these guys. One's going to be filled with laughter and one's going to be filled with hatred. Because the way between the past accusations and the way that Ben's career ended, combined with just the pure hatred for Tom Brady. I mean, I'm convinced that there are people out there that have like had their have their wife cheated on him with like 75 guys at one time, and then those 75 guys murdered their parents, and they still hate Tom Brady more. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how much hate he's garnered over his career. One's going to be filled with memes and laughter. The other one's just going to be filled with so much like hate that there's not going to be a celebration of their careers from an overall fan base standpoint. And I think it's sad. I think it's sad. I really do. I think it's sad. You're talking about what? Ben's been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2, and Brady's been to 10 and won 7.
Yep.
11.
So
7, isn't it?
no,
It's 10 and 7.
he lost to the Eagles and the Giants
He lost
twice.
3.
So he's been to 10 and won 7. So you're talking about 13 Super Bowls and 9 victories. I know that sounds to Ben because it's so much weighted, but still, the guy won 2 Super Bowls and been to 3 in his career. I mean, not a lot of other quarterbacks can say that.
Some go to none.
Yeah.
He's lost to Tom Brady 5 times.
Some quarterbacks better than Ben have been to 1, have been to none. But they're going to be, yeah. I think it's going to be very sad when you look at like what the social media and fan base presence is going to be for both of those gentlemen when they retire. When you look back at what they did for the sport.
Well, at least it was honest.
I don't even remember the question.
What do you have anything to say about the 2 impending retiring quarterbacks that.
Ben wasn't even one that I was talking about. I thought he'd already announced the retirement.
No, he didn't
No.
retire yet.
Ben didn't retire. Ben just pretty much made it known that he's not playing in Pittsburgh. I mean, he'll probably
That's
hang him
talking
up.
about Aaron Rodgers.
He'll probably hang him up, but
Yeah, I was talking about Aaron Rodgers when I first started, but
you were talking about Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers isn't retiring.
I don't think Tom Brady's retiring.
Aaron Rodgers isn't retiring. He ain't going out that way. There's no way.
think
I could see Brady retiring from this. I mean, I know he's an ultimate competitor, but I could see him retiring. I mean, he did just have statistically the best career he's ever had. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like
he's 44.
well, he's 44, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be facing the same problems Green Bay is going to be facing. They're not going to have money to keep paying all these players. Tampa Bay brought back 22 starters. You can't keep paying 22 starters, especially after all of them have won a Super Bowl, a division, and have gone to the playoffs twice in just as many years. So there's going to be money warranted. And it's the Green Bay Packers, the same thing. Like Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is suiting up as a Packer next year unless the Packers decide that they're going to commit to a rebuild. If the Packers decide that this is when they start, because they're so over the cap right now, if they decide that they're going to commit to a rebuild, Rodgers is going to be out of there.
Are they over the cap?
Like
Yes,
$50 million.
$50 million.
Man, goodbye, Devontae Adams.
They're going to franchise tag him.
yeah.
I don't know how.
I think
According
Rodgers is
to-
You
going
got to
to
make the money somewhere.
According to LaFleur, they have a plan already in place to get below the cap and start re-signing people, but we'll see.
They're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Goodbye, the entire defense.
So whether you look at it as Ben, Tom, or Aaron, those are the names of quarterbacks that are rumored around to be retiring. They've been around forever. They're all three of them are all-time greats in their respective ways. How does it change the landscape of the NFL, and what does it mean for them to retire? Basically, was the question.
Pretty much.
So it's interesting for Tom Brady because I don't know if he necessarily is chasing one last ride because he is just such a accomplished individual. It's yeah, it'd be great to go out on top, but I don't know if he feels he has to. It's
he also proved it in that game.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just looked it up. Even if they figure out the whole cap situation, they're still shelling out $20 million to tag Adams.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be cheap.
So you got to.
But that's the tagging.
So they got to find at least $70 million.
It's $20 million to tag him.
To tag the projected franchise tag right now is $19.8 million for a wide receiver.
Could you imagine Green Bay changes their entire business to make it a no longer publicly traded item?
Too many
just
wide
to
receivers
pay-
are making $25 million a year now. There's not. It's not just the one or two. There's too many receivers making over $20 million.
I don't know if they can make up that much money without blowing up their roster.
I don't know. Well, Matt LaFleur, great head coach, has a plan in mind. It's probably to start Jordan Love.
It would have to be. Well, anyway, what I was saying was, what was I saying? Oh, even in yesterday's game, Tom Brady proved that he's the greatest quarterback to ever play this game. What was he down? 27-3?
Yeah.
Tied the game.
It was shades of a Super Bowl, whatever it was.
So let's not pretend that Tom Brady was the one who willed them back from that.
Well, listen, it's like anything in all sports. It's twofold. Brady came back. Rams did themselves no favors. It's never one sided.
Let's not pretend that Brady contributed to them coming back.
I didn't say contributed. I said was the one to bring them back.
No, but
Not the only reason they came back.
no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
So what other Bucks were the reasons they came back?
Defense.
Okay. The defense is cool, but you can stop the Rams as many times as you want. They still had to score points, so the defense is a cop-out answer.
Oh, certainly, absolutely.
So you have to go from an offensive standpoint.
turnovers.
You have to go from people that are scoring points. You can't go. It doesn't matter though. Turnovers still don't matter because they still have to score. You can. The Rams could have thrown 12 picks in the second half if Tampa Bay doesn't put up points.
what I'm trying to say is it's the adjustment that he had to make. They figured out Tom Brady in that first half.
Yeah.
They knew he couldn't move the football. And I get he probably had better field. I didn't watch the game. I was at work. But he probably had better field position in the second half and things were going their way, but he still had to make those throws and figure out, how to score those points.
The Rams turned the ball over a lot, and then they capitalized. They scored on those opportunities.
I've seen many the Steelers.
I was really puzzled though when Ramsey gave up that big touchdown. It looked like he gave up
He just stopped running.
He gave up
He did.
10 yards before Evans even caught the ball. And he was
Yeah.
only 2 yards behind Evans. He could have very easily went down to went to the waist at contact to break up. He was just fuck it. And it was
Yep.
all right, cool.
He was also very easily able to cause pass interference and prevent the touchdown, but nope. Just kind of watched him fucking walk on.
Again, I didn't get to watch the game. I heard it was great, but I still think it's pretty impressive that they were down 27-3, and they were able to come back. Regardless of the
There's no more needing to convince. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, no doubt.
People can post all the stupid shit they want about him, 3-4 years ago when it was all the conversation with is Aaron Rodgers really the GOAT? Nope. No, he's not. Aaron Rodgers isn't the GOAT. Peyton Manning's not the GOAT. Joe Montana's not the GOAT. Dan Marino isn't. It's Tom Brady and Tom Brady's alone. Tom Brady has pretty much entered Gretzky territory at this point of his career. He has pretty much entered Gretzky territory. The only thing that's keeping him from being Gretzky is really the retirement.
I think he plays one more.
And the NFL won't do it because there's too many teams like the Bears, the Packers, the Steelers, the Eagles that have too many numbers retired as it is. Mm-hmm. They can't afford to just have a number retired around the league.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact that they have...
Well, 12's already retired by you guys anyway.
No, it's not.
Do you guys didn't retire Bradshaw's number?
Nope.
No?
It's just kind of on retainer.
Nobody
it's
wears
54
it.
for the Bears.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of those, but they're not retired, but nobody ever wears
You have to have them in a pinch because you have too many numbers retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of...
Well, actually, you know what, though? We're going to start seeing a lot more numbers get retired in the NFL.
People are going to be wearing 104.
Because people can wear whatever number they want now. So, the linebackers, you don't have to save the 50s anymore. Because a linebacker can come in and go, I want to wear 12.
Right.
Or 14.
It is so ugly seeing Melvin Ingram wearing 8.
I hate seeing secondary members in single digits. It drives me absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, Mock.
Yeah.
I'm not being a dick, but I would love for the Giants defensive coordinator to come to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I mean, that would be good for you guys. He's a good fucking coordinator.
I was reading a lot of articles about it. They were his scheme would fit the Steelers perfectly, and he knows how to build a
great
secondary.
coordinator. I really hope that somehow the Giants are able to keep him. I mean,
I think it's going to depend on the head coach. If the head coach wants to keep him, I think they'll keep him. If he wants to let him go and bring in his own guys, and I think that's what they're going to let him do.
I mean that's what I mean. It's going to come down to the new head coach, but I would love if they found a way to keep him.
Yeah, I mean it happens sometimes.
And I think he's thinking about Pittsburgh's a little better than the Giants, so you might want to go there. I don't know. No, Giant defense is very good.
Yeah,
but a lot of those guys are probably going to have to get cut.
Well, it's funny you mentioned it too because it was I think late last week that Butler retired.
This week.
It was this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The current Steelers defensive coordinator.
Yes. I didn't need Rooney to fire Canada.
Sounds like a League of Nations meeting.
No, but I don't know why the reason of him wanting to leave the Giants is. Because I don't think he's under any fire or anything.
No, that's the thing. I don't think he wants to leave. He's just entertaining offers.
I think it's the plan. Where it doesn't. Massey said it doesn't happen often, but there's a chance he stays. But a lot of the times when somebody from an internal standpoint interviews for the head coaching job and isn't picked, they kind of want to go elsewhere. Even if it's just a lateral move at the same position, go to a different spot. And a place like Pittsburgh might be an entertaining place because while Mike Tomlin isn't young, he's been doing it long enough now where the end could potentially be within grasp for Tomlin. He might be willing to call it quits in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? Or something like that. It's,
it's a real... want to rebuild that defense.
Well, but the thing too is as things change and as you start because you guys are going to you're very slowly you're finding a way to hang on at every chance, but you guys are slowly entering that rebuild phase.
Yeah,
you guys are slowly doing it. There's going to become a point where you're going to, the thing is you guys kind of just keep slowly adding pieces to fill gaps. You guys had a real tight end gap for a little while, but now it looks like you maybe found that guy. The question is whoever replaced Ben, is that still going to click? You knew that if Fairmouth played well, he was going to get targets from Ben because Ben's always loved to target the tight end. Not in touchdowns and 100-yard performances,
well,
but 3rd and 4 need to pick up the first down. Like, that's where he's going to look, you know, that's where the big, and as a player, that's what you want anyway. You want to be the guy that they can count on. But, like, you know, Claypool's future is uncertainty. Juju Smith-Schuster is uncertain. Deontay Johnson's future is uncertainty. You know, one guy can't stay off TikTok, one guy can't stop running his mouth, and the other guy can't catch the fucking football when it matters. So it's like all their futures are uncertain. The only person on the offense who's really locked up is Najee. On the defensive side, you have a little bit more, but really it's pretty much just TJ and Minka. Everybody else is either kind of expendable or getting old.
Uh-huh.
So you guys are entering that role where I wouldn't really be at that far-fetched that 3-4 years from now, the head coaching position becomes vacant because Mike Tomlin goes up in the organization. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, there are the people that have coached forever, but coaching takes a toll.
It's interesting, too.
And Mike Tomlin, sorry, not to cut you off, but Mike Tomlin doing it so young. Mike Tomlin's got to have a family, right?
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin starting the head coaching so young, like, he's missed integral parts of his children's lives.
And the guy before him, like, you could double check this. I'm not sure. I think this for Pittsburgh, Bill Cowher was his only head coaching gig ever. I don't think he had another head coaching. He did it 15 years and then walked away.
And when did Tomlin take over? 05?
Right after he left.
Yeah.
Oh,
06, 07.
He won the Super Bowl, then he coached one more year, then he left.
So he's on like 17 years now. Tomlin is 15, 16 to 17 years,
Yeah.
somewhere in that ballpark. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, 20 years is a long time to coach one team, even if you're successful. I mean, Belichick's been the head coach for.
If he retires,
Belichick's been the head coach for 21 years of a relatively continuously successful franchise.
You know,
But-
being a Steeler fan, that's the one thing I very am grateful for.
The head coach thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, we've had 3 head coaches since the early 70s. That's insane.
You've had 2 head coaches in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, like, it's a weird thing to be grateful for as a sports fan, but it's like, it's cool. Like, you never have to worry. Like, Tomlin has his weaknesses, but we all know Tomlin's strength, and that's why he's always sticking around. Like, he doesn't lose. He knows how to win a game. But he also loses the locker room sometimes, but he knows how to bring the locker room back. Like, they make the right choices.
Right.
In the beginning, keeping Antonio Brown was the right call over Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Keeping Juju over Antonio Brown seemed to be the right call now. I know that's an ownership standpoint, too, but they know who to keep and who to let go.
Real quick, just to divulge, I always, like, I'm amazed in my head, like, at one time that Sanders, Wallace, Brown, all on the same field at one
Brown
time.
was a wide receiver 5.
It's so crazy to think how things played out.
Granted, right now, the best one out of all of them is Sanders because he's the one like playing, but...
But, you know, it's just how it is.
Just wait till Brown's on the Ravens next year.
They're not going to touch him. Like, I give the Ravens a lot of shit, but they are a classy organization.
Yeah. They just don't have their own chili.
Hey, can you grab that there and play that for Bob?
He'll be the same thing. He hates the fucking Browns and Bengals more than the Ravens now.
Could you imagine you play
I
for Bob?
hated Joe Flacco. I hated Joe Flacco. I did. Mostly because of this douchebag, Mike Mock. But...
Why? Because he was good as a Raven?
he wasn't good. He was carried by the Ravens.
So
Say it.
he's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Say it. I knew it. I knew it was coming. But Garoppolo wins
So
more than...
what's your argument? I mean,
Garoppolo wins more than Flacco.
Flacco's won a Super Bowl.
Flacco did not win a Super Bowl.
Flacco's actually won 2.
It's in your mirage, all right?
Did Flacco win 1 or 2?
Joe Flacco was not there in 2000.
Okay.
Why would you even think that?
Because I wasn't watching football.
Was he on the Eagles roster when they won?
No, I don't think so.
You would know if Joe Flacco won 2 Super Bowls fucking 12 years apart. You would know if, like, 2 years ago when Joe Flacco was suiting up, it was his 18th season in the NFL. That would be brought up in games. Man, Joe Flacco, even though he's a backup, still kicking around after 18 years. Joe Flacco was drafted, I'm pretty sure, the same year as Chris Johnson.
Hey, you all rooted for Josh McCown to win that Texans job?
I think Joe Flacco was drafted in, like, 08. I think that's when Forte was drafted. Somewhere in that ball.
Yeah.
Out of Delaware. I see the comparison,
He
Mom.
looks like such a fucking scumbag.
I
too.
see the comparison. But Garoppolo's better. Because he was.
man.
He was.
Flacco's got that Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, don't worry. Garoppolo's going to have that Super Bowl MVP.
Garoppolo blew a Super Bowl, so I guess that's the same.
Garoppolo's not going to the Super Bowl this year.
Master, what if he does, man?
He's not. They're not getting past us.
Massey, how come you're only positive about the Rams when it's the playoffs?
Or in the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Going to the Super Bowl, we're going to win the fucking thing.
Yeah, but every week of the regular season, they're worse than the fucking Lions.
Yep.
That's like being like, it's like weird. Like Massey's opened up a new door of being a fan. It's like you're a bandwagon fan of your own team. He's only a fan when there's a title on the line.
Yeah.
He only likes the team when they can win it.
Roman Reigns.
He's a bandwagon fan of his own team.
He's fucking Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna get him a shirt that says Rams bandwagon fan
Head of the table.
every year.
Oh, it's funny. I was
Tribal
having this
chief.
discussion with Kendall at dinner. I'm calling Bruce a bad Rams fan.
Calling you a bad Rams
Kendall
fan.
is just stacking up.
Mass,
secret
you
hangouts.
pretty much just admitted to being a bandwagon fan of your own team.
Well, no. Bruce is a bad fan for the Rams because he rooted for the 49ers against the Cowboys for no other reason than he hated the Cowboys more.
That's fine.
Goes, that's fine.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm kind of into that.
Like, if it was between, like, the 2007 Patriots versus, like, the 2007 Browns, I'm rooting for the Browns.
But Kai, I would be more okay with it if he was rooting for them because of the 2 seed.
Oh,
That's not why he was rooting. He didn't care.
He wanted to play the 49ers so you guys could finally beat them.
That's why I want to fight them.
Well,
I don't want to play them. I want to fight them.
it's not a boxing match.
And the 49ers
Ding, ding.
are very good at doing one thing the Rams are not good at. Stopping the run.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
The 49ers have a way better run game than... Who the fuck did
Tampa.
Thank you. Than Tampa. And I think that very much so.
Well, I think there's no argument. I think we're absolutely better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think the Rams can stop Debo in the backfield.
I guess we'll find out.
Debo might also not play.
He's gonna
He's playing.
He's gonna play.
They're going to pump him full of air. He'll be good.
If not, they'll put Brandon Ayuk back there. He'll figure something out.
All right. Any other topics before we go to break?
Yes, Kyle Juszczyk is the best fullback ever.
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yeah, I really got no beef with that.
Mock?
I mean, we'd have to really look at the data.
Mike Allscott was pretty good fullback in Madden.
Yeah, he just got hurt every other game.
Not turn injuries off.
Massey?
I'd like to give an honorable mention to Lorenzo Neal.
He sucked.
He did not suck, but no, not better. I'm just saying he was good.
It's like Roosevelt Knicks.
I'm
appreciate
He was the
it.
best.
I'm starting to be happy in the all the bullshit that's going out with the fucking Chiefs now, though. That's very funny.
Whatever.
Fucking kid's 4 years into his career, and people are already starting to root against him because who his family is. Like now, it's like becoming like an actual thing. It was like I saw a report today, or like a fan article. There's like this website I follow, and it was like fan articles, and this guy this guy wrote an article, and people can like write sub articles off of it and stuff. And it was like they took a fan poll today, and I looked at it right before we went live on air. It was 40,000, like roughly 40,000 people or so had voted, and of the 40,000, like 32,000 of them said that they want the Bengals to win just so we don't have to see the Mahomes family, the Mahomes family have any more success. And I'm like, oh man, this is just it's coming through. It's all happening.
Well, it's like Andrew Whitworth's wife. Like, doesn't want any of the fans giving 49ers any tickets.
There's a problem with that.
No, that was Stafford's wife.
I think it
No,
was...
it's Whitworth's wife this week.
Oh, she's
this
doing
week.
it again? Or also?
Yeah,
But it's
I personally don't think there's a problem with that.
Tell you what, though, we could see a whole new wave of how football's played, though, if the Rams are able to pull off this Yankee-style Super Bowl.
I
I mean, the Bucks kind of did it last year.
But all they brought in was Tom Brady.
No, they brought in Brady, Gronk, Brown, Fournette.
They brought in Brown at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
which
Fournette was considered a bad signing when it happened.
No, I know, but I'm saying like they brought in shit. There was somebody else.
Leonard Jones was killing it last year.
Yeah.
And then this year, they're like, all right, you suck. Fournette, take the ball.
Yeah, but the Bucks did it through free agency.
The Dominican Sue, by the way, Mock, too.
Sue.
The Bucks did it through free agency during the offseason, not like...
Ryan
I'm not
sucked up.
shitting on the Rams. If it works for them, it works for them. But the Rams, everyone they required in the offseason was a trade, and then they just kept signing players during the season.
So I said at the beginning of the season, and I went back and listened to this, that our ultimate goal was, at bare minimum, an NFC Championship game. We got there. I mean, I'm not upset.
Now, is that
about
your
that.
ultimate goal, or that's you as part bandwagon of ownership of the franchise?
That one?
Oh, okay.
Fantasy, do you remember the name
Sean
of that episode?
McVay's coming out and be like, look, I know I've been to a Super Bowl, but really, we're just looking for NFC Championship games. I'm trying to be the most NFC Championship game coach of all time.
Making it to the dance is hard. I think that we've all seen that unless you're Tom Brady. But to make it this far in his first year, I'm very happy with it.
Whose first year?
Stafford.
The guy you talk shit about all season long, you bandwagon fan?
Yeah.
I was just
This
about
guy
to say, I
underthrows
talked a lot of
every
shit out of him.
receiver. Every receiver he underthrows.
That's why they bought the Super Bowl,
And then he
man.
fucking put it right
That's
in the
why it's going to
numbers
be
to
that they
beat the
bought.
Buccaneers.
That's why it's going to be that they bought the Super Bowl. Cooper
Wow.
Cup would be nothing without Matt Stafford.
He's
Listen,
been playing fucking lights
I
out.
love Matt Stafford. You don't have to argue that with me.
Who?
I loved Matt Stafford when he was
Massey said something. I'm trying to figure out what he said, man.
Oh.
I said he's been playing lights out these last couple weeks.
I'm saying Cooper Cup, but Cooper Cup's nothing without Matt Stafford. It's proven.
Stafford makes his receivers better.
Stafford was my guy in
Cooper
Detroit.
Cup's nothing without Stafford, man. You write it down. Stafford's not there next year. Cooper Cup back to 900 yards.
Still a decent season.
Right.
It's a decent season, but it's not like a oh my god, look at that wide receiver season.
Like, I love Matt Stafford. I'm happy.
You know, it's funny.
All right, Kyle.
You
All
started
right,
every
man.
sentence with that.
Well, it's because Mark's not listening to me.
I'm listening.
Slurp, 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 slurp.
I just love Garoppolo more. That's it.
That's
All right.
terrible.
I'm done with this.
Really
Bye.
leaning into it.
All right, we're going to come back. We got Kyle staying live on the other side of the PPRN Radio Network.
Home of getting sports with Drunk on Monday nights. PPRN Radio. Home of the Peter Pinot Show. Peter Pinot Show. PPRN Radio.
Damn, where are we? PPRN Radio. Always on, sometimes off. PPRNradio.net. PPRNradio.net. The most diverse playlist on the planet. 24/7, 365. Yes, your mama's station. Bringing that heat. PPRNradio.net. The station that's home with your wife. While you're at work, we keep her company. We keep her happy.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler.
Are you all right?
No, I'm dying. All right, Sulzy,
Yo. You
got something for us, right?
Yeah, I do. We're doing our buy or sell segment we haven't done in a while.
All right.
This is both baseball and basketball. I look for everybody to contribute.
I will not.
You will.
All right.
Mock?
They're there. They probably don't know we're back. I hear one.
Oh, hello, friends.
You don't ever give us heads up when you're coming back anymore.
Well, you should
Just
listen.
be aware, man.
I'm doing shit on break.
Well,
We're here keeping a radio show going.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right. So the first one that I come up with, everybody give me their buy and sell. Quick reason why you would think or think not.
Am I going to have to look stuff up to support my arguments?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you.
I don't know, maybe.
No, I mean, yeah, maybe.
All right.
Sorry.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Don't even say fucking hello back, dude. You're so rude. All right.
Hashtag Dick Mob.
So the first thing I'm going to say, buy or sell, fellas.
So,
The MLB will come together with an agreement, and the two things we'll take away from it are the universal DH and the expanded playoffs.
Repeat that?
they did the regular playoffs this past year, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, buy or sell, Mock. The MLB will come to an agreement, and the two biggest things we'll take away from it this year is the expanded playoffs and the universal DH.
So, are you saying that those will be implemented?
Mm-hmm. Buy or sell. I personally buy.
I think I buy also. It seems like the league has gone in a trend where offense is king, You know, they want to see the home runs. We talked about this 1.5 million times.
Nelson Cruz can play anywhere.
Yeah, the DH will be
That's really
a
what we're
thing.
trying to get out of this.
And in turn, with
But he'll still end up on the Royals.
there seems to be just across all sports a desire to do more with playoffs and better it for ratings, for fans, whatever you want to call it. So I for sure see that, you know, being a potential for this year. So bye.
Now, if you guys are gonna refer, like, what was the expanded in baseball? I'm trying to think back.
So they
they still
they
had.
did the
It
winners.
was the top 2 of each division.
Yeah, and then the 2 wild cards.
Now, instead of just one winner of each division and 2 wild cards.
Now, Massey, I believe you have a coupon.
Yeah.
I got Kyle good.
I'm gonna redeem that for a celebrity shot. No celebrity shot. All right.
I gotta be honest. I missed all of that. There's a lot happening.
I don't know what you said at all.
Thanks.
Mark, don't
Appreciate
overthink
No, it was just that people were like, stuff was happening. Sorry.
Mark, don't overthink it. It's just about yourself. What do you think? Like, you cannot think that way.
Well, I mean, the only reason I think I would sell is because I don't think they both happen at once. I do think the universal DH is more likely.
Okay. That's fine. That's a good answer.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I don't like the top 2 from each division going. You know, because then what's the?
that's the player's problem with it. Like,
You're
and
playing
that-
for second place.
yeah, and like the owners are like, we don't have to pay that many people now because there's so many players, and that's why the players get pissed. Like, they think they could win second place without, you know,
Right.
paying for like a Francisco Lindor.
Mhm.
Massey?
I mean, you're playing for home
I'm
field.
I'm of the opinion that universal DH is going to happen no matter what. Like, I think that's a bygone conclusion in this.
The players
I
want that really bad.
I think everybody wants it really bad, including the fans.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I also don't want it.
As a National League
Well-
fan, I don't want it.
No.
Well, fuck you all then.
It takes cool shit out of the game. I mean, without something like that you don't have a player like when Dylan Cease went and played the Reds. Was it the Reds?
Yep.
Dylan Cease went to play the Reds. So an American League pitcher his whole life. He had been pitching for 3 years in the MLB. He had his first career at bat and went 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs.
It's not even that. We're missing. We're going to take away the Bartolo Colon moment.
Right, you're you're taking away thing, and it takes away, and then
Takes away strategy in the offensive side for the National League.
and it really, it honestly at that point it doesn't really matter. The playoffs home field advantage for the World Series doesn't really make a difference.
Hey, we should start like a bunch of signatures to get that be a holiday for when Bartolo hit the home run.
Well, what I just thought was cool about it always was that I thought it was cool how, like, if you were ever put in a situation like we were in 2000, was it 2000 when the Yankees and the Mets played?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, neither of those teams had a home field advantage because it's New York.
Right.
But, so then it was, what was cool about it was you still had the DH, no DH thing. Like, if the Rams and the Chargers play in the Super Bowl next year, you know what I mean? Or the fucking Giants and Jets play each other in the Super Bowl in 40 years when they're both good again. Like, it's... Like, who cares? There's no home field advantage.
All right, next one. The Seattle Mariners will win 90-plus games this year and win the AL West. I'm going to go ahead. I'll go first. I'm going to buy this one.
Kyle, you're just going to buy all of them because they're all your opinions.
That's not true. I think the Seattle Mariners are going to make a move for either like a Chris Bryant or somebody. They already got Robbie Ray. They have all this youth coming up that played very well last year. They just missed the playoffs. They added the AL Cy Young winner. They have all these young hard throwers coming up. This is kind of like a young game now. So, and Jared Klenick has another year out under his belt. They're going to bring up Julio Rodriguez, who's the next big thing. I think it all clicks for him. The AL West is tumbling down anyway. Besides, even the Astros have lost a lot of talent so far.
I am currently selling, but not by much. I think Seattle will play well. I think all those players kind of will come into fruition. I don't know if it'll be immediate impact. My thing right now is, and it's kind of you alluded to it, I think it's still Houston's division. And what I've noticed is it seems that Seattle tends to play catch-up. So it becomes late in the year when they kind of, get everything going, and it's a little too late. But I think they will win 80-plus games, and I think they could find themselves in the second place spot. And free agency technically isn't over for baseball, so who knows kind of where stuff is going to lay.
It's like barely begun.
Well, I only say that because of we're kind of a standstill. But
Mark?
I'm going to buy and then also say they lose immediately in the playoffs.
So, like, what happened before?
Yep.
Massey?
I'll buy it.
All right. Paul?
I'm gonna sell it.
Okay.
I think they make the playoffs with the expanded playoffs. I think they're just shy of it right now.
All right.
Ooh, Souls. Massey has a return. You okay with that?
No. I don't. I have a strict receipt.
No return. All sales final.
The Phillies will trade third baseman Alec Baum in a package with the Athletic to acquire either Matt Chapman or Matt Olson.
Man, would that bum me out because you bought his shirt?
No, because we were getting like the best glove at third base in the game. And
Isn't that supposed to be him, according to you?
Oh no, not glove. He had a good bat. not glove. He probably had the worst glove at third base. And the Phillies already have a lot of problems with defense.
So this is a tough one because it's definitely a hot stove question and something I'm not really privy to of that being like a possibility. But with that being said, I do think Phillies are not a stranger to kind of shake things up, no matter who it is. So I guess I could buy into that being a thing. I do think that he has not really kind of lived up to expectations.
Dude, it's been fucking 2 years. Calm down.
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm grasping at straws a little bit on this one.
Mark?
I'm gonna sell. Like you said, it's only been a couple years. I don't think they jump ship on him yet.
Massey?
I think I'm gonna buy it.
All right.
I'd like to see what would happen out of that.
Well, we're getting Matt Chapman, but I get it. Paul?
I'm gonna sell for all the reasons you said why the Mariners could win that division. Because the Oakland Athletics could also win that division.
All right.
They always find a way.
I'm gonna sell, but for half of it. I do think the Phillies end up with Matt Chapman, but I don't think they have to give up Baum. I do think they could put Baum at the DH spot once the universal DH is implied. I think they have to give up a good prospect, but I don't think they have to give up that much for him. He came off a really bad year. Mm-hmm. This is a big one. Freddie Freeman decides not to re-sign with the Braves.
Sell.
Yeah.
Sell.
But signs with the Yankees.
Sell.
Bye!
Man, comedy is timing. That was it. So it's basically the ultimate like Cinderella story from the win. It's
Who's
their
the Yankees
guy.
first baseman?
It was Rizzo, but he's a free agent.
Oh, it's Greg
I
Bird.
mean, Luke Voigt's still there.
Yeah. But I don't think the Yankees would be too upset to go after Freddie Freeman.
Oh, no.
He's pretty much a big upgrade over Luke Voigt.
Listen, Freeman's getting the key to the city
Here's the thing.
and the spare.
I do sell this, but for the wrong reason. I do think Freddie Freeman leaves the Braves to go to the Dodgers.
Like with the title, you mean like this
season.
Well,
Because the Braves were already looking for other options besides Freddie Freeman. Like, they contacted the A's. They're looking at Anthony Rizzo. And I think the Dodgers just have all this money because they just lost Corey Seager. They're going to give it to Freeman. And he already won his ring. It's time for him to get paid. Closer Kenley Jansen leaves the Dodgers to sign with an NL West rival, either the Padres or the Giants.
Man, I thought you were going to say cuts his hair.
So here's the thing.
Sell.
Oh, God, you can elaborate.
You think he goes back to the Dodgers?
Yeah. Man, someone's really hammering that space bar.
Yeah, that's massive.
Not a space bar.
He's
So-
hammering his dick.
So I can
That
My
dick
dick
buy
calls the space bar.
sounds.
the stipulations entirely. He's going to go to a rival.
That's just on that.
I'm trying to think of a situation where he goes to his team and not like in a closing role.
Well, both of those teams need closers.
No, I know. I'm just trying to,
Again, the Padres just lost Mark Melanson because for some reason he decided Arizona was the place to go for him.
try heat.
Dry heat.
It's the dry heat, Kyle.
I guess. Dimebacks just do this thing where they grab onto these old fucking has-beens.
You know, Kendall, I think that's got to be one of the longest jokes we've had, especially on the show.
Yeah.
Paul, what do you think?
He goes to the Phillies.
I'm cool with that. We just lost Nair to the Astros. Thank God.
He's going to have the best years of his career.
Here's another good one, in my opinion. The Blue Jays make a big splash. They add All-Star Ketel Marte to their already loaded lineup.
Bye.
They're going to put him at second base.
Catcher.
What's the infield right now off the top of your head?
Bichette, Vlad, BGO sucks, and I don't know who the third baseman is off the top of my head.
I can buy into that.
Dude,
Because
that'd be insane.
and a lot of those guys are young guys that it's not detrimental. Like, oh, their career is done, and they could still be an impactful person on the team.
Mock would be a very bad. Mock would hate that.
Nice.
That would suck.
Ketel Marte batted 350 for a fucking Diamondback team that didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, that was
And,
the
like,
best player.
And then they were getting like Nick Ahmed too, and he's a Gold Glove shortstop. He can't hit for shit, but he's a Gold Glove shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Massey, what do you think?
I'm going to sell it. I think that they're going to announce another big splash kind of move. They decide that they're actually going to move and they're going to become the Ottawa Blue Jays.
Man, I thought he was about to just rip off some MLB network article.
But them moving prevents them from signing.
Very funny you guys say that because the next one's about someone moving.
Tampa?
Bye.
The Oakland Athletics will not be able to come to an agreement with the new stadium, and they will be the next franchise to move to Vegas.
Bye.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that seems to be a trend by.
It would be hilarious for two Oakland teams to move to Vegas.
Yeah. And Oakland's just
would.
like, I guess we should have done something.
At least we still have the hood.
They keep the stadium anyway. They upkeep it as
Well,
the
it's
dirty place.
I buy too because one, Vegas has shown the love for the sports teams, both the Raiders and the Knights.
Two, the Raiders are just looking for someone to come play baseball on their field.
Could you
that'd
imagine
be
after
hilarious.
all that?
That would be funny.
Trick question. They're actually going to go play on the Knights Stadium.
No, they'll play ice ball.
No, he said on the stadium, so they're going to play roof ball.
Super dangerous.
I see that coming very quickly. Somebody's going to move to Vegas. I don't know who, but I think it could be the A's.
That's really, I was thinking about, in terms of, architect, building and stuff like that, it's got to be, a wet dream when, someone comes and hey, we need you to design a baseball or a football stadium. Like, oh, you mean I have to design a building with a big fucking hole in the middle? That should be super easy.
Ready, Paul?
As opposed to, hey, I need you to build something for a basketball and hockey stadium. Oh, so I got to build something that can have hardwood floors with ice underneath it.
Right.
It's hey, I need a football stadium. Cool. So you want a building that's just not done?
You ready?
Yeah. The
And you
Chicago
want
White
it to
Sox.
cost $5.5
Hold on.
billion.
Hold on. I'm going to put my headband on for the question.
Full prep here.
I got the perfect hair for it.
That he does.
The
you know
Chicago
what's
White
coming,
Sox
We'll move to Wrigley Field.
will trade Craig Kimbrell. That's not the big part of this.
Okay.
To open up room to sign Chris Bryant and move Johan Moncada to second base.
Oof. Man, there's lots to digest there. The Kimbrel thing's pretty much just going to happen anyway. I'm not keeping him.
I'll take him. He'll be good for us for like 15 games.
Yeah, but I don't want Alec Baum. You said too many negative things about him.
I'm not going to give you a bomb.
Did a really good sell job. You pretty much Matt Stafford him.
Hey, I love Matt Stafford.
There we go.
If you haven't noticed.
Call back to the joke of us telling that Massey talk shit about him all
Did you say
year.
Matt Stafford's your favorite quarterback?
In the league?
Yeah.
Well, now, yeah.
He's your favorite now?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's winning?
Actually, he's not my favorite quarterback. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
I knew he was going to say it, you piece of shit.
He didn't know that. Mark
he
didn't know
he
it.
forgot that he was, sucking his balls before, and he just remembered.
Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm
I
buying
gotta
his
say
jersey tomorrow. I get paid.
Who's the Athletics closer?
Yeah. Cal, just get an advance on your allowance. Come on.
I don't get allowances anymore.
Do the Athletics have a closer?
Yeah, it kind of sucks, though.
Is it possible we get Chapman? trade him for Chapman or Olsen?
Nah, because he's already going to Philadelphia.
No. I sold on that. So I'm doing this based off my thing. So I sold on that. Do the Athletics need a closer?
No, because the Athletics aren't trying to win.
You don't. The Athletics are always trying to win. They always find a way to make it to the playoffs. They're the fucking Steelers of the MLB.
I guess.
Hey, we're in our rebuild year. Oh, we found the wild card by accident.
Yeah!
I mean, you're right.
Test failed successfully.
It is bullshit, though. Like the Asians always find a way.
No, it's not bullshit, Kyle, because your team does the same thing.
Yeah, but we suck at it.
So do the A's. They don't win anything. They just find a way to get in.
So you're selling?
I'm selling because I sold on the other thing, so we're getting Chapman.
Kendall?
I'm selling. I think things stay kind of status quo for Chicago. Bryant signs somewhere kind of random. Not Philadelphia.
Why not?
I could see them doing some sort of thing, though, for Kimbrel for a third baseman because they missed out on Semien. I don't think they were ever going to get him because I don't think they could have shelled out the money. But it would be much. But I don't think the problem is I don't think Moncada wants to play second.
Yeah, I agree. Mock?
Here's what happens. We trade Kimbrel to get Bryant to trade for Madrigal. We trade Chris Bryant back to the Cubs for Madrigal. Really piss off Chris Bryant. Tell Nick Madrigal we didn't mean it, man.
Are you ready for this? With robot umpires coming to AAA baseball, the league will find out that the robot umpires are a fucking joke and will not be used in professional baseball ever.
I don't know, man. Who's making the robots? Is it Jimmy Neutron?
No. It's IKEA.
Oh, that's not true.
Because here's we don't know what they are yet.
So that means Angel Hernandez will keep his job.
So
Bye. He's never going anywhere. If they're letting every official that's fucking officiated an NFL postseason game so far keep their job, Angel Hernandez is locked in for life. Every officiating crew has been terrible so far this postseason in the NFL.
So I'm going to sell because for this whole thing, the MLB has to commit at least 2 seasons to this to see what happens.
I'm buying it, but it's just not happening this season. I don't think they ever come to the MLB though.
That's what that was said. I said like they never.
What are you, Porky Pig? That's it.
That was great.
I'm saying that's why I'm buying it because I do think that this leads to speculations and flaws and things like that, and they don't make it to the MLB. But I don't think it's like after this year, it's like we're gonna wash our hands of that. Like it's gonna be 5, 6, 7 years from now, but I don't think they ever use them in the majors.
And all they got to do to break the fucking umpire and fucking hit him in the fucking with the bat.
Well, there is definitely a lot of room for error, and I'm sure they have to have contingency plans for something like that.
Also, you know what another like major problem is? It's not that hard anymore to hack things. It's a fucking computer. It can be hacked.
Right.
Ken, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, wow. How come the strike zone seems 4 times as big for this team?
Oh, you got it wet again.
Yeah.
With the signing of both Max Scherzer and Starling Marte, the Mets will find a way to finish in 3rd place.
Bye. I'll buy that all day.
So every housewife being buys that because it's just I've seen it before where there's this is the guy who's going to save the franchise and it doesn't.
You can only buy it though. Remember, this is all in continuation. You can only buy that if you didn't if you sold on the Freddie Freeman thing.
I said
Because if Freddie Freeman's not on the Braves, the Mets are better than the Braves. Let's just go with that.
I did have Freddie Freeman staying.
All right, so you can
Fred Freeman.
That's all, folks.
Son of a bitch.
The Mets could, despite everything, still finish in third.
It's not like they signed a younger guy. They signed 2 old fucks.
No, absolutely, and unfortunately,
Pretty good old fucks.
Scherzer is gonna fucking fall off, and he went to a place where people tend to fall off.
well, injuries continue to be a problem year in and year out. It's all based on, hey, listen, DeGrom, greatest guy in the field when he's healthy. Last year, he lost a huge chunk of time. Year before, kind of had some spurts in and out. We don't know. It's all perfect on paper. So,
Mock,
Bye. Mets are bad.
thanks, Mock.
Massey, you ready?
Go for it.
I didn't go.
Oh, go ahead.
I went.
The Cardinals bring in Trevor Story to play alongside former teammate Nolan Arenado.
I have a question before we get into this. Can you buy something if you think it does? If you think that there's you're not all right. I could see the Mets not finishing in third, but I could also buy that they will. So can I still buy it, even though I think they're going to finish second?
Yeah.
But I totally can buy them finishing in third. So can I still buy that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead it off, Massey.
Bye.
Because you just wanted to have
He has no reasoning for it at all. He doesn't even know who Trevor Story is.
He just heard Cardinals.
Yeah. He didn't even say Cardinals. He just said Trevor Story comes and joins Nolan Arenado. He didn't even say the word Cardinals.
Anyway.
He said the Cardinals sign him.
He thinks that Trevor Story is like a character from the Page Master. Call back to a movie not a lot of people have seen.
I do buy that as well. The Cardinals are missing another bat in their lineup. And Trevor Story's a missing piece.
I'll buy it just because Massey's on this cycle of just bullshit sports luck ever since he decided to be a quote-unquote sports fan.
Oh, Raptors fan.
I'm still not a Raptors fan, technically.
Guy hasn't watched a fucking basketball game in 6 weeks.
What stories? Is he free agent or is
Free
he
agent.
free agent?
I sell.
Goes to the Phillies? I get it, Paul. I agree with you.
And they still finish in fourth? I buy
Second,
that.
We're going to move our way up to second eventually.
Nope. You will always finish right behind the Mets.
We got Ranger Suarez. We finished in
You will always finish right behind the Mets, which means you can never finish better than third. Because the Mets will never be first.
we finished in front of the Mets last year.
You won't this year.
Mock?
Can you repeat what it was?
Is Trevor Story going to get signed by the Cardinals?
No. So.
This is a very good one, too.
I'm in.
Clayton Kershaw leaves the Dodgers and signs a 2-year deal with the Texas Rangers.
Is he from Texas?
Yes.
Bye.
I sell. If he was going to leave, he would have done it already.
This is the first time he's ever been a free agent.
Yeah, but I mean, if he wanted to leave, I think he would have done it.
Weeks, maybe actually months ago now, I said he's going to stay there forever. And I do feel that, everything's established there. He's going to stay. But I will say this. I read today
Let's go to the Mets.
that the Mets are interested in, and we're going to give him $10 billion for him to get hurt with DeGrom and Scherzer. So we're in.
The has-been of the rotation.
Yes.
Paul said that he honestly believed the Phillies signed him.
Oh, yeah?
I said that?
Yep. When we did our free agent.
I believe you. I don't
In
know.
this dream I had.
You know what's really funny? Is if you guys got Kershaw right, and let's just say that everybody stayed healthy for the Mets, your other two pitchers could be absolute trash garbage, and to the point where they lose every single start, and you'd still get 97 wins on the season from those three guys.
Could you imagine?
Imagine all of them go undefeated, and the rest of them just go winless.
All right, now we move on to basketball. There's a few for basketball. The Sixers finally trade Ben Simmons to the Sacramento Kings for Tyrese Halliburton.
When? Give me a date. By what date?
The trade deadline, February 10th.
So, they're not moving Simmons till the offseason.
So, same reasons. We talk about this all the time, and it kind of just stays as is.
I'm going to buy it.
The guy who makes the question, yeah, I'm in on that.
So even though the team kind of came out today and said they're not doing that,
Yeah. For the right price, I think they'll trade him. But
is the price James Harden?
no, we're gonna.
Well, James Harden doesn't play for the Kings, so no.
No, I know, but I'm saying for the right price.
The right price has nothing to do with James Harden. It has everything to do with someone being willing to take on Tobias Harris's contract.
Mm-hmm.
If they'll gladly give away Tobias Harris
To pursue Harden in the offseason.
Right. They want Harden in the free agency. They don't want him via trade.
And the Kings are dumb enough to do it. The Raptors move on from Pascal Siakam to start their rebuild.
Bye.
Mock?
Bye.
Yep, how I feel that was going.
I buy as well. All the ticker tape has fallen to the floor. It's time to start over.
Where's Van Vliet? Van Vliet?
He's still there.
He's still there?
He plays 44 minutes a night.
He's one of those players that everyone's like loves riding his dick, and it's like, well, yeah, your stats would be better too if you were the only guy there.
I'm not even going to read that one. I don't like that one.
No, read it. You wrote it down. Read it.
The Celtics move on from Jaylen Brown to find pieces to fit Jason Tatum.
Via trade this season?
Yeah.
Sell. I don't think they do it during this season. I think if it's something that happens, I think it's an off-season move, maybe like a draft day thing or something. I don't think it happens mid-season because the East is, while it's more competitive now than it's ever been, it's still open.
They're still the 8th seed.
Right. Like they're still probably going to make the playoffs. I think that they stick with it and they kind of further test out their young pieces and see who's expendable and who's not. Because if you're going to move Jaylen Brown, chances are you're going to move Jaylen Brown and somebody for something. Because you're probably going to want a player in return.
This is a conversation we kind of had going into this year, and I think the Riddler kind of hit it on the head where it's like, this is not something that's going to just happen mid-season. There's got to be more to it than that. And
just in case you didn't understand my answer, Kendall's going to give you the same answer.
Well, I'm reiterating. But we talked about this earlier.
Have you ever wanted to hear Beaker from the Muppets repeat me? Because you just did.
All right. So this is my favorite question out of all of them I wrote. All right.
To be or not to be? Just go ahead.
Is it me? Is it about me?
No. The Lakers trade for D'Angelo Russell in a trade with Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook is
sell.
Russell Westbrook going to Minnesota. They bring back D'Angelo Russell.
Sell. I don't think Minnesota is going to be willing to break that up. I think if you're looking for, it's tough because they're linked to so many different people, and it's tough. I could see.
I think Russell though would make that team a lot better.
I agree, but I don't. It's tough. I think they could make him better, but the thing is if Russell has an off night, Cat isn't always the most dominant guy. You know what I mean? And Russ doesn't provide them the shooting, and they need the shooting.
Anthony Edwards.
But they still need the shooting.
I know. But I think that's a way better fit for Russell than the Lakers.
No, I agree, 1,000%.
And to see D'Angelo Russell go back to LA in this scenario,
that's the other thing too. Is like
I could see it happening because he does fit what the Lakers need right now.
Do either of them have no trade clauses?
No. I saw one today that was like Westbrook going back to Houston.
I think Russell Westbrook is the only way to go back in time. I think Russell Westbrook is the only way that Ben Simmons is dealt during the regular season.
Oh man, that would be so funny.
I think that's what it would be. Westbrook and Embiid can't stand each other, but I think it would be like Westbrook, Austin Reeves, and like maybe like 2 second-round picks for Simmons, or like a first-round pick for Simmons, or something like that. I think the best play for Russell Westbrook would be to the Kings, from the Lakers standpoint. That's who we're looking at here is the Lakers. I think they get Westbrook and they can give up like Bagley, Tristan Thompson, and Buddy Hield for like Westbrook and pieces, like not just Westbrook.
Run a 3-guard set. It'd be a lot of fun. Mock?
No.
All right. I believe that only Paul is going to really answer this, but it's all right. The Grizzlies acquired Jeremy Grant to make their roster more athletic.
Where's he at?
Detroit.
Goodbye that.
That team would be insane. You would put him up to 3.
Very fast.
Put Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4.
Very fast and jump very high.
A lot of alley-oops.
To everybody not named Steven Adams. Steven Adams will catch you when you fall.
This is my last one. Christian Wood gets acquired by the Heat. He'll play the 4 alongside Bam Adebayo.
For what?
Let's see. The Heat.
What are the Heat giving up?
Probably like Duncan Robinson. And like.
That's tough. You're giving up some serious shooting.
Yeah, but I think they'll do it for another big that can shoot as well.
Yeah, maybe.
The Heat are in this weird stage where like they need help.
They don't have the aggressive big man down low. And Christian Wood is not that.
No, but he can provide more scoring. He just fits the fucking Heat. And he'll get traded again because he's been like 10 teams since he's been in the league. Like, there's rumors about him going to the Sixers.
The Heat,
Selling whatever it is.
The Heat give up Tyler Hero for Cat.
For Cat?
Would they make that deal?
I don't think the Wolves
Not
would.
like 1 for 1, but there's been a lot of rumors around Cat being traded.
I've seen Cat to the Warriors.
There's been a lot of rumors around Cat being traded.
That would be insane.
I think if there's a blow up on the Grizzlies, I think it's Cat. I think it starts with him.
Yeah, and the Wolves.
That's what I meant, sorry. If there's a blow up on the Wolves, I think it starts with Cat.
Yeah.
I could see something with like Tyler Hero, and like something like that, because Duncan Robinson's not going to be enough to get it done for Cat, but Tyler Hero could be, and they don't necessarily need Tyler Hero.
Did Jimmy Butler like Cat? No, right?
No, Jimmy Butler hated Wiggins.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph loves Wiggins.
Well, that's because
Wiggins learned how to play basketball with the Warriors.
No, Wiggins learned how to average 18 points a game instead of trying to be better than Jimmy Butler. Oh, you guys got rid of Zach LaVine? That means I'm the guy now.
So that's it. That's all I had. But
anybody have any other buy or sells off the top of their head? Dome piece ones?
Tom Brady retires.
So, I think this loss.
All right, how about non-football ones?
All right.
Did a good job staying away from football for a whole 40 minutes.
Right. Ranger Suarez is the best pitcher on the Phillies next year.
So,
I buy it.
you think he's better than Wheeler and...
I do.
All right. Well, third place is looking real good for you guys.
Yeah. Why, he had a 1.2 ERA last year.
He's still not going to be the best pitcher on your team.
So, I mean,
That's fair.
it goes.
I get it, but it's fair. But I'm really excited to see what he can do with a full season in the rotation.
Right. Kind of piggybacking off something you said earlier. Chris Bryant goes and plays for a team where he's not needed.
Buy. What? Sell. Because no, I'm sorry.
Well, like, what do you mean? Like, he's not needed as a third baseman?
Right. He's
Like,
getting
a DH role?
just as an extra piece.
I sell that because he played a lot of left field last year, and teams were looking at him to be a left fielder instead of a third baseman. Mm-hmm. And he played a little bit of center field for the Giants.
The White Sox put it all together to win the best American League record this year.
So
I agree.
So
I think they lose the division to the Tigers.
I think they win the division. I don't think the Tigers are there yet. But I think it depends on what else they do in free agency. That's a hard question because I don't know. Like, they still have a lot of money.
Who?
The Tigers.
Yeah, but it's not the Tigers I'm worried about. It would be like the Yankees and the Red Sox and other teams. The Tigers aren't going to beat them for best team in the ALC.
But buy as a second.
I buy. I think this is the White Sox. We'll call it season arc. I think it's been building upwards. This may be the peak, win or bust, but I think they put it together.
So,
The Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series.
So
I buy.
the Yankees missed the playoffs.
Buy. I buy that because I think the Blue Jays are trying to really ramp up their team, and Tampa Bay is always a play.
I could buy that for all the reasons you mentioned. It seems like every year there's a closer chance for New York being the odd man out, with the exception of Baltimore, obviously.
I sell. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but especially with the expanded playoffs, I think they still make the postseason.
Oh, so you think there's an expanded playoffs?
Dun, dun, dun.
You said you were selling that.
I mean, personally, I don't know if they'll do it, but I mean, I'm sure they will. It's more money.
All right, buy or sell. The coasters in our studio teetering at the edge of the table will fall at some point in the night.
So,
Bye.
I do that every week so I can hear out of both ears.
I have one. Ben Simmons is traded to the Nets for James Harden.
So,
I would love that.
that's a huge sell.
That'd make
Kevin
me-
Durant's out for the rest of the year. You think they're gonna blow up the team?
It's rumors that are floating around the league right now.
There is no way the Nets trade Harden this year.
The Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup.
So,
Why?
Sell.
because they're not going to be able to be deep enough when it comes to the playoffs. They're not going to get enough point contribution from players that don't normally contribute points.
Sean Bennett's been killing it for me, though.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I looked at my fantasy team the other day. I have him.
Look what I found.
And every night they're putting up like 6-7 goals. But they have that kid Anthony Duclair. They have Sean Bennett.
All these injuries are starting to creep up on me in fantasy. Kendall's climbing up. He's getting like 50 points closer every week.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
sure,
My
Gabe.
injury time will come.
They have Sergei Bobrovsky. I think the Panthers can win the Stanley Cup this year.
They can, but they won't.
I think they're better than the Lightning.
And then it was quiet.
Why?
I don't know. I think they're deeper than the Lightning.
Why?
They have more scoring. They got Duclair, who has 18 goals.
Okay.
They have a Bobrovsky, who's a top 7 goalie.
And explain to me why that makes them better than the Lightning.
I'm
when it comes
getting
to the
there.
playoffs.
I can't remember. They have Alexander Barkov.
Mhm.
He's a top center in the league.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sean Bennett, a good second liner.
Mhm.
Dude, be impressed that I'm getting this far here. All right?
All right, now let me ask you a question.
I don't
Kyle,
care.
just saying, this is what you do to me and Massey.
Let me ask you a question.
I put myself
I'm
in
going to
this
follow it
category.
up with an example that you would give for this exact argument. Okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Fuck Stamkos.
Who was the better team during the regular season last year? The Houston Astros or the Boston Red Sox? During the regular season.
Astros.
No.
Yeah, they were.
The Red Sox were the better team.
No, Astros were.
Didn't the Red Sox win the division?
So did the Astros.
Yeah, but didn't the Red Sox were they the number 1 seed?
No.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't. Tampa Bay was.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Who was better, Tampa Bay or Houston?
Tampa Bay.
Who would you have picked in a playoff series best of 7?
Houston.
There you go. Why? Why would you have picked them?
More experience.
Bingo.
They've had experience, though.
Have they? How many Stanley Cups have they been to in the past 3 years?
17.
Oh, okay. How many of the Lightning? How many of the
that
Lightning
does
been
not
to?
count.
What?
How many of the Lightning been to?
47.
Something about this box not adding up.
Look, dude, I'm trying here, okay?
Kyle, when we come back from the break, I want you to come up with a creative insult for everybody on the show.
Well, I do have one quick buy or sell for the show before we go to break.
Okay.
Souls finds a beer that he likes better than Super Duper this year.
Sell.
Buy.
Wow.
I'll buy it.
I'm going to buy it too. I think it feels like every year he's kind of...
Mock said
Well, I've been trying to get him to. I've been trying to get it, but every time they're always sold out at the brewery. I've been trying to get him Mega Juicy.
Well,
so we'll see. That might be the beer. Mega Juicy could be the beer.
Yeah, that
Cynic Severe will go crazy in 2022.
It's already going crazy now.
Mega Juicy might kill him.
And it's only 2021 Part 3. What was the task we never completed like 8 weeks ago?
It's convincing you one of our teams to join.
Oh, okay. All right. So when we come back from the break, we're going to do... You guys are going to do that task, so you have the break to think about it.
20 seconds you have.
Oh, join what?
Yep, you have 20 seconds. So the task was you have 20 seconds. It can be any sport. You can pick the sport. You have 20 seconds to try to convince me to like abandon my fandom and my team of that sport to jump to your team. So like you would try to convince me to jump from the White Sox to the Phillies,
Okay.
or the Bears to the Giants, or the Bears to the Rams, or the Bulls to the Pelicans, or whatever. Like it's got to be within the same sport. You have 20 seconds to come up with that on the break, and then also Kyle, I need you on top of that. You're going to come up with a creative insult for each of us.
I don't know how creative it's going to be, but I'll do my best.
All right. We'll see you guys live on the other side of the PPRN Radio Network.
Home of getting sports with Drunk on Monday nights. PPRN Radio. Home of the Peter Pino Show. Peter Pino Show. PPRN Radio.
Damn, where are we? PPRN Radio. Always on, sometimes off. PPRNradio.net. PPRNradio.net. The most diverse playlist on the planet. 24/7, 365. Yes, your mama's station. Bringing that heat. PPRNradio.net. The station that's home with your wife. While you're at work, we keep her company. We keep her happy.
And now, back to getting sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by Asshole.
Oh, you were about to say Little Bear.
What?
Hey, it's Franklin. Coming to your house. Gonna rape you. All right.
I don't remember that version.
What do you mean?
Hey, Paul.
Yes, sir.
You look like Wolverine if you ate a lot of honey buns.
Yes.
Hey, Kendall.
Yeah.
I was wondering, since you have red hair, what do the freckles do?
I think that's kind of funny.
Massey.
Yo.
I was torn between a fat joke and eczema, but I didn't think you'd get the dry humor.
You know, Kyle, I'm not even upset.
And Michael, you're not here yet, are you?
I'm here.
Why are you so sad? I saved a special one just for that. Because I love Mock so much. Jimmy G had more playoff wins this week than the Giants have had in the last 10 years.
What?
Jimmy G had more playoff wins this week than the Giants have had in the past 10 years.
That's just not factual.
It is factual. 2022 to 2012. You haven't won a playoff game.
You're talking only playoff win. Oh, okay. That's what I was like. Wait a minute.
And when's the baby due, Mock?
Boom, roasted. Kyle, I'll give you an A+. Those are all very creative.
Yeah, those were pretty good, Kyle.
I do love you, Michael.
You got to be able to see them, Kendall.
Is this good though? Like this
Can you
thing,
read?
right?
Can you and Kyle read those?
Well, no, I make it bigger. I just didn't know.
All right, everyone, give your best roast to me. Come on.
I thought I had a good one the other day. I can't remember what it was though.
I like how you just think of them on daily.
Oh, it's in my car. I think I'm going to shit on Kyle.
Kyle, are you still getting royalty checks from the baby hands commercials?
Yeah. I actually have Whopper Jr. hands. Yeah, I don't remember that commercial.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Kyle, when does your Chia Pet come out?
Next fall.
Man, I should get this one right.
Mark, you don't even
I
think
already
it...
made the Kyle gets an allowance joke.
So you're bowing out?
No, I just think it's already there.
So you're bowing out. Kendall, what email would I send something to you on?
Kendall93 at yahoo.com.
Yes.
All right, Kyle on the spot.
I know all their emails because I use it every year.
And I've also had the same email for
And why do
10
you
plus
ask us
years.
every year?
I didn't ask you this year.
I'm sending you an email. I think there's a better thing to pull up.
mmmock0012 at yahoo.com. Phone number is blank.
Yeah, I I was going to say, thank you.
Tell you what, that would be a very funny prank to pull. Just to be like, put one of our phone numbers on a billboard on 91 and just like, oh, text this picture, text this for free nudes or whatever.
Actually, the only person I don't know phone number is Massey, because he never responds.
That's true, I don't.
And if he does respond, it's with a
False.
vague-ass answer.
Yeah, 7 days later.
Give me a little bit of a break. It's usually 2 days.
No, it's not.
Massey, you never would have texted
Massey,
me back.
it's
if I
either
didn't text
Massey.
you.
If I 99% of the time, if I don't call you, I don't get an answer from you.
This is true. I think I have something like 60 unread text messages on my phone right now.
Dude, that would drive me fucking wild. I can't
Well,
deal with the notifications on my phone.
I get it. I'm with you.
Oh, I'm only at 7. Okay, that's not too bad.
'Cause I have to like go through everything and like delete it. I can't stand it.
All right, Mark, what's your big mock, Mac, Mick, muck, mickety muck?
All right.
Matchup.
So,
Please.
we're going to compare two players, like official rookie seasons, I guess.
What do you mean
And
by seasons?
because, like,
Can I guess the players?
yeah, guess the
I-
player. And what I guess what I mean by is like their first full season as the starting player.
And are we putting
Okay,
them in the
so-
celebrity death match?
Are they both
Bruce,
active players?
Yes and no.
I'm gonna go with.
So no.
One is but one's not.
Yes.
Is the one that's not? Is he a Hall of Famer?
Well, hold on.
No. I'm asking these
This is
questions
not
ahead of
part
time.
of the game.
I'm asking these questions. You said we could guess. I'm asking ahead of time. Is he a Hall of Famer? I just want to know.
This is not part of the game.
Just tell me,
Hold
is he a Hall of Famer?
Just wait.
Just tell me.
Okay, player A
It's bullshit.
in
Cut
his
his mic.
first year as a starting quarterback had a completion percentage of 53.8, 2,423 yards, 13 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Player B. Got a scroll.
You should have got a squirrel.
To the house. Damn it. Scroll.
In his first year, had a completion percentage of 59.6, 3,641 yards, 12 touchdowns to 17 interceptions.
Say that again real quick. You cut out.
59.6% completion percentage, 3,641 yards, 12 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
Now one's active and one's retired.
Correct.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know who both of these players are.
Well, take a guess there, bud.
Can I save it for when everybody guesses?
Just guess, dude. I don't have an idea.
Well, first off, I mean, which guy would you want?
I want player B.
For the higher yards?
I think the higher yards, but I also think like he had more potential because yes, he threw more picks, but he took more chances. He wasn't afraid to take that chance.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree. And though the interceptions were higher, it's closer than not. It's closer to being even than it's like, oh, I threw 9 touchdowns and 19 interceptions. So yeah, player B.
It's one less touchdown and more than double the interception.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I think like he had to air it out more, or he had a lesser team around him. He wasn't afraid to just throw it. The other guy only had 2,000 something yards.
Correct.
Man, I'm gonna be really salty if the first guy it's not Jamarcus Russell.
It's not.
It's funny. I recently saw a 13 to 8 ratio, and I have no idea. I can't remember now.
What were the?
Fuck hiccups.
Player B.
Everyone wants player B.
These are both their first years in the league,
I'm sorry, player A.
So, like,
Not-
they're,
or their first full years.
I guess, like, their first full. I was
Okay,
trying
then
to
number
go
one
with,
is
like,
Jamarcus Russell, for sure. If it's not first, it's Jamarcus Russell and Trevor Lawrence.
I remember that.
That's what, because when he was saying rookie years, I was like, Jamarcus Russell only threw for like 300 yards in his first year. He's only played like 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't want either of them.
I'd rather have Trevor Lawrence. I think it's bigger upside.
I'd rather have Jamarcus Russell, more social media presence.
Yeah.
Oh, one.
They would send home blank game tape for him to
Do
watch.
you have any idea how much more successful Jamarcus Russell would have been in Las Vegas?
And he's loved by Jeff.
It's true.
Who is?
Jamarcus.
There's no way Jeff likes Trevor Lawrence.
Who wants his hair to look like him?
That's why he's showering all the time.
That and only that.
So, no, I just thought that the comparison was interesting. You know,
Sorry. I just saw a
The
meme.
hell was that?
I just saw a meme and it made me laugh like real hard out loud.
What's that?
You should link it.
There's nothing more that Josh Allen could have done. Someone commented he could have called heads.
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
That guy is never going to win a ring.
It's unfortunate, but yeah.
But, like, back to the Mox thing. I do think Trevor Lawrence has upside. He showed him that Colts game.
Yeah, he's got upside 4 years from now after his rookie contract's over and he decides to go to somewhere else. That's not the Jaguars.
He's about to have a fucking king of an offensive coordinator, man.
Kyle, the Jaguars suck, and they're going to suck for the next 4 years.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to be a bad quarterback for
Blake
4 more
Bortles
years.
is coming back to coach the squad to make it to the playoffs.
No.
Prove it.
Okay. When it doesn't happen, there you go.
Nope. I want to prove it now.
I think the boat's retiring. I'm just gonna.
Well, he signed with a team recently, too.
He's going to be the next Steelers quarterback.
Oh, Broncos. Who's on the Broncos?
It's going to be Bortles, Freeman, and Matt Castle.
It's a rough room.
Big 3 right there.
Could be worse. Could be Daniel Jones and
But you
Mike
could
Lennon.
like Matt Castle for the
Could
medium
be
route,
Justin Fields
Blake
and
Bortles for the string,
Andy
Josh
Dalton.
Allen for the D-pad.
I mean, that would be the most telegraphed offense of all time. Oh, Freeman's in. We know what they're doing.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
That was the big one I had.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, I only did one at a time.
It is
I'll
going to be
try
a
and come up with another
It
one
is a
real quick.
bummer that Josh Allen's never going to win a Super Bowl.
You know, we were talking about this. It's definitely going to be the Brady Manning thing for sure. You know,
I don't think he's going to get that like over that cusp. I don't think he's even going to be like the Manning. I think he's going to be like I don't even know. Like I think he's just going to be.
I don't know. I think the Bills won that game if they have White.
But they didn't, so they didn't win it.
I get it.
Right, but like, they're not gonna. They're always gonna come up short. Josh Allen is Josh Allen's is always gonna. He's gonna be that quarterback that forever lived in the shadow. He's gonna be from like that status of a Peyton Manning. He's gonna be like just like that. He's gonna live in the shadow of Patrick Mahomes for his entire life. As long as Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC, the Chiefs are gonna go to the next 8 Super Bowls. I would bet money the Chiefs are in 5 of them.
I don't
Jimmy Garoppolo.
see that there's any real competition to them. Like that you can look at them and say these guys have the Chiefs now.
We're about to find out on Sunday when the Bengals play the Chiefs.
I tell you what is really disheartening is like watching that game last night, watching the Bills and the Chiefs. I'm like, man, the Giants are nowhere near this. Like they're not even playing the same game.
No, you guys are more of a Green Bay Packers.
Just terrible.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers.
hey, you just keep QB sneaking on 3rd and long. Your guys are gonna go places.
Just awful.
Could be worse.
All right, so we got a dumb segment we can do for the next 30 minutes. So it's up on the TV so that Kyle and Kendall can see it. Massey and Mock don't need to see it because they know them all by heart, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to just go around the table and we'll pick a player. And then the rest of the group will kind of decide whether it be 1 or 2 types. We're going to decide if professional athletes across all the sports were given Pokemon types, what types they would be.
Okay. I knew it was going to be Pokemon related the second you said Pocket on my heart.
Yeah.
I can't really see the thing.
No, it's because you can't read.
Bro, let me tell you something, my guy. Okay, I know where you live and I know where you sleep.
I was told to think of an insult. I waited.
I guess you're right.
All right, that's it. Kyle, here's the thing. We're gonna get Todd on the phone. We're gonna get you trained up over the next year, and you're gonna be better than Mike Mock at disc golf. And that's gonna cause him so much loss of sleep. It's not even funny.
It would cause him loss of sleep.
If you became better at disc golf than Mike Mock, the Giants could go 0-16 for 40 straight years, 0-17 for 40 straight years, and it wouldn't even come close to the amount of pain it would cause him.
I don't know about that.
I do know about that. I know for a fact if we went out to Loughbury and Kyle shot like a 54 and you shot like a 68, you would be so mad for the next 8 years.
Specifically for the next.
It would alter life decisions that you would make.
You just want me to succeed, man.
He wants you to fail, Kyle. I've heard him say it. I read it on Reddit.
Nah,
Him and Massey have secret hangouts and they talk about how to make you fail.
this is true.
Yep. You guys are both canned from my life.
Yeah, all right.
Massey doesn't even
Mark,
care.
you
Do
want
see
to
that?
do anything? You want
Massey-
to do anything from Kyle's wedding?
I mean, we can like go skiing.
I'm in.
These guys are talking about bailing on your wedding.
Yeah, I know they would. I know they
He
would.
uninvited us from his life.
I
so-
didn't uninvite you from the wedding, though.
That's not his decision to make. Just like it wasn't either of your decisions to make who went to your wedding. And if either of you have anything to say, you're both lying.
I had a pretty good.
You had no say.
Stevie Wonder's going to
I
be
had
at
pretty
mine.
good say.
You had no
I
say.
kept some people away.
Stevie Wonder's going to be at my wedding.
It's true.
I hired him.
And so is Seal. Kendall, you care to give a player? Do you need any explanation? Do you kind of just get the gist based on looking at the types?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kendall's not making that side bigger.
Well, so I tried, and it didn't make that side bigger. It made that side bigger.
Click visit. Click visit.
Well, and it was the website I went to.
Okay. Yep. Now zoom in.
But it's
So X out of that,
the same site.
but zoom in.
What's it about? So I did that before.
Yeah, but you zoomed in on the letters, not the pictures.
All right, I can see it now. You are the apple of my eye.
You suck.
But that's what I had before.
But I don't want you zoomed in on that. I want you zoomed in on the pictures.
But I couldn't do it.
Why can't you zoom in on the pictures?
Watch, I'll show you.
No, dumbass. Go back to the webpage and zoom in on the pictures on the webpage.
Oh.
But where are they?
At the top, right next to the words. This
Kendall's
goes,
my favorite
those
person.
pictures right there, man.
But look, it's all distorted.
Well, fucking get a better, clearer picture.
But I can't. It's the website.
No, it's not the website. It's you.
It's fine. Just leave it the way it is.
Just go back to the words. Kyle
What
will
is,
be able to read.
I'm about to say, what is
Kendall, what?
Nothing.
All right, so just for the listeners at home who don't know Pokemon. Oh, my God.
Which one do you want?
Whatever one Kyle and you can read.
That one. Leave it there, Ken.
All right, the types at home are normal, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, fighting, poison, ground, flying, ghost, dark, dragon, steel, fairy, rock, bug, and psychic.
Okay, so I get to pick a player across all sports.
Yeah, and it can either be one type or two types. And
Oh, are you getting?
some of this can be and it's like obviously like some of these are gonna be like a little like fairy and like bug.
Mhm.
So you can make your own kind of interpretations to it. Like for example, like if you picked like a super like Chris Humphries, right? Like you could do fairy for Chris Humphries because he's like a super metrosexual player, like all about his image and whatever. Like you could do stuff like that.
All right.
Or you can do it like super literal. You like D'Angelo Russell, you could give him ice because he's known for the ice in my veins celebration. Like however you want to interpret it, and then we can discuss it. We can talk about it, and then we should kind of come away at the end from each player with either a solid one or two types. You can't go more than two types per player.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, first player we're gonna do
Any player, any sport, all time.
Okay.
What?
Are you getting the new Pokemon game?
No.
We're gonna start off with Derrick Henry.
Rock.
Fighting.
I'm gonna go with ground, and I'm gonna say
Go
that
rock-
because
Oh,
like
Rock and Ground.
because I'm gonna say ground because he's an enforcer on the ground. You know, when you run the rock. He's not a high flyer on the back, you know. He doesn't jump people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's an enforcer on the ground. You know, he sticks to it.
If we're going based off of just the last postseason game, I'm going to go with Ground and Ghost because he didn't show up.
It's
Wasn't
funny
his
'cause
fault,
he
man. He was like 14.
He could also be dark. He's pretty black.
Could be.
Pretty black. I think Ground and Rock is solid. Just, bruiser.
Picturing him as a golem type.
All right.
So
all right.
Ground and Rock. So Ground and Rock, man.
Yeah.
All right. It's my turn?
Do we all agree on Ground and Rock?
Yeah.
All right. He's a two-typer?
Yeah.
All right.
My next one's also a two-typer.
Well, to you.
Yeah. I'm going with Meta World Peace. And he is both fighting and grass.
Yeah. I'm in on that.
As soon as I heard meta, fighting was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
He fought in the Pacers game. And we all know he smokes a lot of ganja.
I like your choice of weed, Vord.
We all agree with that one?
I think it's pretty hard to disagree.
Yeah. I did something right.
So proud of yourself,
I
aren't
don't
you?
want the self-insult.
Mock?
You want to go fire and rain?
James Taylor.
I'm gonna say. So you want me to just name a player?
Name a player from any sport all time.
Goose Gossage.
And what do you got for it?
He is ice. Just ice in the vein.
And we're out of time.
I'm going normal because Goose Gossage wasn't the most specialist person in the world. He went from a starter to a closer, so he lost some stuff. You know, he's not fire. He didn't throw that hard.
I mean, this is tough. I'm really caught off guard by this one.
No, hold on, man. I'm gonna explain to you. You know what? He's gonna go Bug because he was just fucking annoying. That's it, man. He's Bug. He's Bug. He was annoying. He did everything by the book. He knew what pitch to throw. You know what I'm saying? Like ants when they get their food and they go in a single file.
I just saw this picture of him, and he's definitely Bug. I'll go with Bug.
Nice ice bug type.
Is
I
that
don't
a
think
thing?
that type exists.
First of its kind.
We just made one.
Well, I think it'd have to be Bug Water because he's a goose,
Oh, yeah.
or Bug Flying.
Yeah. I think I'd go water.
We'll go
before.
Bug Water because he doesn't have ice in his veins. He's just kind of flowing,
Yeah.
and he's a goose. Bug Water.
Bug water.
Massey?
Quack.
Gordie Howe.
And what's your definition?
Ice fighting.
He's going hockey fighter.
All right.
You know what? I'm going rock because he was rock solid. You know, when he was on the
Straight rock Kyle?
when he was on the ice, he was rock solid. You know.
I'm going steel because he was steel solid.
I'm going rock and ice.
Because you played hockey?
Hockey, ice, rock because he always did this. He did it every night. You know, he contributed every night. He was rock solid.
I'm going to go with Rock and Electric.
Hmm.
For the Massies at home, he's a Galarian Golem.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say.
Or a Lowen Golem? Is it a Lowen Golem?
I love it.
They're all stupid.
I'd like to go with old and gray haired.
So Steel and
Dragon.
Psychic?
Dragon. Dragons are old.
Not all the time.
You don't know.
There was
that.
literally Baby Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Prove it.
Jump
I get it, Paul. I get it.
Oh, you said prove it.
Toon Baby Dragon.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
I go with Electric and Rock. I go for Rock because he very rarely ever missed games. He was kind of like that Iron Man type of guy, and he was just an absolute just all over the ice all the time, lightning quick.
All right.
Who's up? Paul. You're up.
Paul, yeah.
Nah, I'm not doing this.
All right.
No?
Can I go?
Kendall.
Can I go?
No, it's Kendall's turn.
All right.
I mean, I'm definitely the weakest at this. So
Why are you the weakest at this? Just pick a player.
Well, no, what I was saying is we're coming up with reasonings.
Then pick a player that you can make easy reasonings for.
All right.
So what's the last one in column 1 that starts with an F?
Flying.
Flying.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go with Chris Johnson.
All right. So we're going to
The
go
running
electric.
back.
I'm going electric and ghost.
Why?
He was electric on the field, and he was so fast that he turned into a ghost.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Electric and Ghost as well because he had the 2,000-yard season and then he disappeared.
I disagree with that. He was more than just a 2,000. He was good for a 4 or 5 year span.
He was pretty good for the Cardinals,
He's all right for the Cardinals.
but he wasn't the worst.
I mean, even with the Jets, he wasn't that
He
bad.
was a Jet.
Chris Johnson rushed for 1,000 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight seasons, and then 800 yards in his first season as a Cardinal. And he had touchdowns were 9, 14, 11, 4, 6, 6, 1, 3, 1, 0.
I like my reasoning better. Max, we're in the same wavelength, man.
He never came close to 2,000 again, but he did top 1,000 6 straight times. All while averaging 4 yards per carry.
He never topped 1,000 after 2,000?
No, he did 2,000 his second year and still topped 1,000 for 4 straight years after.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, well. I was going to say electric and...
You just said ghost, man.
I was making a joke with it.
Grass, because he played football.
Dark also works.
I might just go with electric. Yeah,
I'd say he was electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie. Hey! When did Massey and Mock become best buds?
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I mean,
I have another one.
No,
If you guys-
No,
you
you
can't-
be
you
going
can't
on.
go. Can't go.
Well, you guys were quiet. I just was trying to fill the space.
All right, I'm going now. Going Steph Curry.
All right.
He's ice and water. He got ice in his veins, and he's wet like water.
what?
Water's not wet.
I don't like what.
Also, what?
Ice and water.
I just want you to know Dr. Seuss would fire you.
He is not dark.
Steph Curry?
Yeah,
I didn't say dark.
I know, but he's not dark.
I said ice and water.
I know what you said.
I think ice and electric would be fine.
He's wet like water.
Calm, cool, and collected, and he's pretty electric. You know,
Firefighting.
You just did that because it went together.
No, firefighting because he catches fire real quick when shooting, and fighting because he's a warrior.
Fuck off.
Why? Because it made more sense than what you said?
But mine makes sense too.
To you?
To all of us.
To Gruden?
Amen.
Jay. He's going somewhere.
Cutler?
Yes.
Nice. Did you give me some banquet?
Yeah,
Banquet beer.
pee first.
No, get the banquets, hand them to me, then go upstairs.
I
and
want
pee.
to see what Mock's answer is.
Mock already went. He said Poison Dragon.
I would put him at ice and fighting. Pretty much for the reasons you guys said, but different typing.
I want it to be known that if I hadn't said fighting, nobody else would have said fighting.
Can confirm.
Ice and water.
Well, that's hay. And that's barley.
Matt, so you going with Bug and Rock?
I'm going with steel and electric.
Reasons? Reasons for steel?
Steel because For a while, he was fucking solid as can be. If I remember correctly, he was never really injured. And electric because he was just electric on the court.
His
before
first
this year.
3 years, he was injured all the time.
Is it?
And I'm
They
only
would have paid attention to him before this year or before after his third year, though.
because I'm only saying that because
2 years ago he missed like the whole year.
I'm only
Did
saying
he?
that
Yeah.
because
it was last year.
the Warriors were going to trade him instead of Monte Ellis.
They made the right call.
Yeah,
What's-
and they still got Bogut.
What's his face made the right call?
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson. No.
Mark Jackson was a good coach.
All right, whose turn is it? Mark. Go ahead, Mark. Pick player.
Didn't know I was up next. Would have had someone on deck.
Say an athlete. Anybody.
Let's go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Rock and fighting.
You know, it's funny, kind of going on the fly. That's what I had. Dark is 2 on the nose.
Steel and water.
Oh yeah, Steel. Yeah, Steel. Duh. He's Steel. He's Steel and
I'm saying steel and water.
he's Steel and Dragon.
Well, I was going to ask you, what is the criteria for dragon? Because I want more guys to be dragon.
Dragon.
In the world of the game, it's pretty much be a dragon.
Yeah.
But what about for players?
Basically, here's the deal. 9 times out of 10, if you're a dragon, you're like pretty rare, almost legendary.
All right.
Pseudo-legendary.
There's not a lot of dragons out there that are kind of just meh.
So can Shaq dance on the fringe of dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I'm going to go Steel Electric.
I'm going steel water.
Steel Electric. He's a DJ, and his nickname is Superman, the Man of Steel.
That's funny.
Steel
I'm
Electric.
going steel water because he's a Laker, and yeah.
Well, he was also a Heat, a Cavs, Sun, Celtic,
Yeah.
Magic.
All right, then steel psychic
Why Psychic?
because he was with the Magic.
But he was also part of the Heat. And the
Steel
Suns.
fire. And the Suns?
Mm-hmm.
All right, steel fire then.
Could be Celtic, though, because he could be grass, green.
Nope. 2 different Heat type teams. He's fire.
All right. Massey's reasoning for Heat is that he played, or Fire is that he played for the Heat and the Suns.
Who are we talking about?
Shaq. I said Steel Electric because he's a DJ and he's the Man of Steel.
Oh, I'm going Steel and Magic.
Magic's not a type.
Are we sure?
Yeah, Psychic would be the next best thing.
Psychic. Psychic. Man of
Steel Magic.
Man of Steel, and he's Kazam.
Okay.
Who's got another player?
I do.
All right.
It's
Boban
snowing outside.
Marjanovic.
Tall and dumb.
He's a dragon.
I don't know. It feels like all of a sudden we're throwing dragon around pretty light.
He's a dragon. Because he's from out of the country. Dragons are out of the country.
As all dragons are.
Thank you, Mock. Thank you.
I met a dragon in Utah recently.
How many American-based dragon things have you seen?
American Dragon. Jake Long.
How many good American-based dragons have you seen?
Oh, that wasn't the
But,
criteria.
but Massey,
It is now.
wasn't Jackie Chan like one of the voices on that show?
Oh, you've been
I
debunked.
thought Jackie Chan just had his own TV show.
Yeah, he did. It was the one where you had to collect all the fucking rocks.
He's
Jackie Chan
dragon.
Adventures.
He's dragon and dragon and rock.
No, he's dragon and fairy because he doesn't exist. He's not real. It's too rare. Boban's a national treasure. Should be protected at all costs, especially with that goldfish commercial. Or the most recent State Farm commercial where the guy wasn't using coasters and he got really mad.
Oh, I saw that.
So good. Yeah, I know you saw it. You were sitting on my couch.
Sorry. I like the goldfish commercial too.
1 goldfish, 2 goldfish, 3 goldfish, 4 goldfish.
I want pizza.
That was not part of the commercial.
Who's up?
Well, did we really kind of come to somewhat of an agreement on Boba?
No.
I say Dragon Fairy because he's just so rare.
He's a nice guy.
Well, he's not only is he like the nicest, most lovable human being on the planet, but he's also just so fucking tall. Plus, he's got like really weird like amenities. Like he looks like he got hit by a Mack truck. Such an ugly fuck.
Unique looking individual.
I'm going to put him as Dragon Fighting because he was in John Wick.
I can dig that. I can go dragon fighting.
Cool
That's
typing.
pretty amazing that like he was in John Wick.
I'm thinking that I'm back. It wasn't that bad.
Kendall, you're up.
Okay, I was going to jump out of the major 4 for a second. We're going to do some Mike Tyson.
Fighting.
Grass and fighting.
Just fighting.
No fighting dragon?
No, he's just fighting.
Oh, he's one of a kind. It's kind of funny.
I could dig the fighting.
You can dig it?
Sucker!
I think fighting is a given, for sure. But, I mean, there's no other category that he could fall into?
No. No, I don't think so. Maybe electric because he's lightning quick.
What about water? Water, because he's always sweaty.
No, he's playing a sport. Then everybody's water.
Dark, because it hold on.
I bet you Matt Gay doesn't sweat.
He's not an athlete.
For Paul and Mock.
Yeah.
Fighting in Dark because Dark has the move Bite.
All right.
Funny.
I can get into that. Mock's too busy throwing interceptions to care anymore.
No, that's funny. I'm trying to kill a boar.
You're playing
What are you
Horizon and you're focusing on a boar?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Dude, Horizon's such a fucking good game.
Yeah, Mock just started playing it 80 years late.
All right, I'm up. Antonio Brown.
Just in time.
Oh,
Poison.
Yep, Poison and Psychic.
I'm going psychic. I'm going grass.
Kyle, why do you think everybody is just smoking pot?
He definitely is.
Poison and Flying because he's just moving from team to team.
Poison and Ghost.
Yeah, Poison and Ghost.
Imagine
He's not there for long, but when he is, boy, oh boy.
Could you imagine after all this time, after all the incidents, he's like, Antonio Brown's just high all the time.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
He's a fairy and flying.
Nah, Poison and Ghost is pretty good. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm good with that.
Mock, what kind of boar you want?
So what kind of board?
Listen, Antonio Brown is for sure Poison. I liked the Poison Flying combo. Just flies around team to team.
Just
Like,
because
you're on the fucking
That's because he likes
Poisoning
Antonio
him.
Brown as much as he likes Zubat.
That's cool.
Fuck Zubat.
And
In
we're
my
no longer best buds.
Michael Sam.
Massey, you got a player? Or who said Antonio Brown?
I did.
All right, Mock got a player?
Do
Dante Culpepper.
let's do Kirk Cousins.
Normal.
Yeah.
Just normal.
Poison. I don't know.
Nah, I go normal and Ghost.
Why Ghost?
Because he disappears when it matters the most.
I don't know. I thought he did pretty good this year.
But not when it mattered the most. He got COVID.
Ooh. There you go. Poison offense. You got sick.
Normal and grass. It's the two most useless types.
Smoking weed.
Just two types that suck.
Hey, the curse stayed active. Any team that lost to Kirk Cousins didn't go to the Super Bowl. Green Bay.
Wait, what?
There's a curse that's going on that like every team that loses to Kirk Cousins during the regular seasons doesn't make it to the Super Bowl.
God, he's got to be a
thank
Steeler.
God we won.
He's got to be a Steeler next year.
Why? So the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns can never win a Super Bowl?
Right. We're going 3-3.
Come on, lose! I think Kirk Cousins is just normal, man. He's just normal.
Yeah.
He's a normal guy.
I'm alright with that.
Well, he could be electric. He gets pretty fired up.
I go with fire then.
All right.
Because electric, I think,
Yeah.
is performance.
No, it was right there for you. Said the word fire.
I set fire to the flame. Never mind.
Rain. It's rain.
Fire to the flame.
I said fire to the flame. Never changed, Kyle.
Didn't plan on it, bud.
Or just a little.
Fuck off. Mock and Mass became best friends. I hope you guys have fun just scuffing together alone.
What?
What?
Man, Mock's never going to disco again.
I'd say, I mean, it's pretty much all going to be alone.
You have to sit every time you go to a hole. All right, who's up? Massey, you're up.
I don't know, man, but Galari and Zapdos and Moltres both look real stupid.
Moltres especially.
Zapdos looks like fucking like the Chicken Run fucking characters.
You're not wrong.
Articuno looks stupid as fuck.
Who's up?
Massey.
Oh, sorry, you got somewhere to be?
No, I was hoping for my turn.
Well, we're ending it after this.
Oh.
We're gonna go Massey, Kyle, Mock, Massey, and then we're gonna end it.
Everyone again but
Celebrity
you.
Shot.
Who?
Kendall celebrity shot.
All right, I got a real good one. Brian Scalabrine.
Fire from his red hair. And what's something that's trash?
Not normal.
Normal?
Yeah, normal sucks.
Fire and trash.
Did you see the video of him schooling that high school kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Fire and normal.
Normal poison. He was very average, but he was the white mamba.
Gotta be fired, man.
Why? Because he's a redhead?
That and he was fired.
I heard he's going to coach the Giants.
He
That was
coaches
so-
the
was
three-headed
so-
monsters. No.
He was player coach of Ball Hogs.
There you go. They're bad.
Have you guys noticed that Kendall's progressively gotten less and less funny?
I think it's hilarious.
Paul, you're up.
How's
No,
it feel,
I don't
Mark?
do these. Kendall's turn again.
Oh, another one?
Well, because you did a celeb shot for Massey, so now it's your turn in the rotation.
Oh, all right. Let's go. All right. Get some Tom Brady action.
Dragon Psychic. The two most represented types in legendaries.
All right.
What about Bug and Grass? No matter where you go, they're there.
Not just too weak of a type.
Oh, is it?
Too weak of a type combo. It's going to be a strong combo. That's why I say Psychic Dragon. It's the two most legendary types of all time.
That's true.
Is there a Psychic Dragon in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady. How rare is it?
Give me a second.
What's Electabuzz?
Maybe to pull up a percentage mass. Like, what's
It's
going on?
Electabuzz. Guy's got Electa and Buzz in the name, but he's not
Latios
like
and Latios.
Huh?
Latios and Latios. They're really stupid Pokemon.
Fuck you.
They're so stupid looking.
All right, I'm up.
They look like fat ducks.
Okay, hold on.
All right, they look like fat swans.
Kyle is now interested.
They look like fat swans.
All right. Jimmy
Psychic Dragon, man. Huh?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, there's no goat type.
I know. So we're going to go with fighting and steel.
Fighting and Seal.
He fights for those wins. Plays when he hurt.
I thought you were going to go
He
steal.
plays when he's hurt.
He does not, Kyle.
He does. Obviously, he wasn't supposed to play last week, but he played. He got the dub.
At no point was he not going to play.
There was a big chance he wasn't going to play. Look it up, sir.
Kyle, the day after, like, he's hurt, but he's expected to play.
No, he wasn't. Trey
At
Lance.
no point was he in danger of not playing.
Yeah, you know why? Trey Lance is trash and Jimmy Garoppolo to go.
I'm gonna go with Ferry because it just seems unreal what he's doing.
That's right. I like that answer.
Guy just wins. Doesn't make any sense how, but he keeps winning.
I go Ferry.
Ferry.
I like Ferry in fighting. He's a fighter.
Ferry and Steele. Doesn't seem real. Steele's the win.
I like that you keep upping me on this, so I'm going to go
Mock?
He is.
Or you can just pick a player. It's up to you.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to think of
He's
the best way I want to do this.
The
Try
worst.
to find a way to insult Kyle as best as possible.
That's a given.
He'd be wrong, so.
I tell you, Kyle, I'm pretty pumped about going to West Haven Beach after this.
Yeah, and catching a bunch of Jimmy Garoppolos.
Should be out in the wild.
It's his weekend.
I haven't done a West Haven Beach in a while.
Yeah.
Very excited
Paul
about it.
loves Jimmy G because he told everybody on National Bleacher Report, "Fuck the Packers."
Yep. And he fucked Aaron Andrews.
Man,
Ain't a
I'd be
porn
real
star.
jealous if that happened.
You know,
He
I'm
probably
gonna just
did.
Say, I'm gonna just say normal, and it's only for the fact that he's like pretty much like a Bidoof, where he just gets carried because he can learn most of these HM moves.
He's an HM slave.
So useful?
He just gets carried around.
So useful.
You know, listen, useful. You know, he might be. He's serviceable. He serves a purpose.
He'd win
But he
games
just
on your
gets
team,
carried
bud.
by those around him.
Win's a win, man.
Would you rather have a quarterback that wins or a quarterback that just puts up stats?
I mean, it's not very common.
No,
Yeah,
answer the
when
question. Answer the question.
But I am, because it's not common when the stats are there that the. I mean,
Baker
Kirk
Mayfield.
Cousins.
Stat Patford.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, the Rams aren't playing today, so we're shitting on Stafford apparently.
no, but I mean, the year Mayfield was good, they made the playoffs.
But he didn't win anything.
But he had 10 wins and had numbers. So I mean, what are you trying to? I don't understand your point.
And he got
You
blown
love-
out in the first
you-
round.
You love Baker Mayfield, but you hate Jimmy G.
And that's also not true.
You
'cause
love Baker
the year
Mayfield.
Mayfield made the playoffs, they smoked the Steelers.
No, we came back in that game. We lost the fourth quarter. Right, Kendall?
That's right. Only one score.
I don't think we can compare
really-
Baker Mayfield to Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Steelers were hurt at that point.
Until
Kirk Cousins puts up a lot of stats and doesn't win anything.
Russell Wilson.
No, he won a Super
Right,
Bowl.
like 2 years.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he puts up a lot of stats.
We put up no stats and no wins. So, Kyler
Now,
Murray.
sweet-
Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stat
I
king
can't
with
believe
nothing to prove for it.
nothing to show for it.
Somebody fucking have a moment.
All right. Trying to help you have your moment.
Thank you.
just for
Gets
that,
pissed.
I'm gonna make you an ice cream cake of his face.
Jimmy G, thank
Hey,
you.
Mark, you
No,
working on
Kyler
Thursday?
Murray.
On Thursday, yeah.
All right, never mind.
Wow, we're going on Thursday.
I'm taking a client to Cranberry Park.
I'm going. Call that over.
I got like four.
Goes,
I got like
I'm
four.
going.
I got like 4 customers now that love playing disc golf. So like once a month, I just take them out disc golfing, and that's my sales call.
It's a good call.
Yeah, a lot of courses down there too to play, which is cool.
Where is that?
Norwalk.
Can't wait to go to Pittsburgh to play disc golf.
I'm not playing in
We're
Pittsburgh.
going to Philly, so.
You saying we're never going to go to Pittsburgh again?
I mean, I'm going there in
Yeah.
2 weeks
Are you?
Yeah.
What for?
for fun.
Oh, okay.
To piss off Kyle.
Will you bring me back stuff from Cheats?
No,
It wouldn't be good.
and I'm going to tell you that I won't. I'm not going to be like Kendall and say yes and then not do it.
I appreciate the honesty up front, at least.
I blew it.
Yeah, you're a bad friend.
No, I just wanted to keep the integrity.
You
of
go
the
to
sheets.
Sheets without us all the time.
Not all the time.
How many times have you been to Sheets without us?
2 or 3.
Every time
way
you go
more
to
than that.
every time you go to change.
Way more than that.
Way more than 2 or 3.
I want to say it's only. I mean, really, it's been Scranton only.
Oh, shit.
And one of the times was Scranton when you guys dropped me off. We stopped at Sheets.
Yeah, but how many times did you go to
Yeah,
Sheets
but
after that?
Do you know how mad you made that man over there?
Only 2 other times.
Kendall,
Then
do you know how mad you made Pat?
How many times did you go to Sheets that trip without us?
So the most recent time I went.
No. The trip I dropped you off in Scranton, where you made me accumulate $1,000 in tolls.
Only once.
One more time. And
No,
you
just that time. Just that time that we were all there.
No,
That's not true.
Liar.
It is.
no, it's not because you said you went another time. I remember that.
No, I went.
Nah, you're lying. And then
I
you
went to
no,
Sheets
you're
in the
lying.
winter one time.
And then you went on Scranton. You went 3 times this past time you went to Scranton.
Twice this past time in Scranton.
So you've gone like 5 times without us.
I've been. If we were to go like buy purchase at the kiosk.
No. It's being at a Sheets station. I don't care if you just stopped there to check a text. You still went to Sheets.
Only 2 or 3 times without you.
No, more than that.
She's a national treasure.
You've been to Scranton 4 times.
Only 3.
No, it's 4.
I think I've only been 3 times.
That's not true.
How many times you watch it on TV?
What?
How many times you watch Scranton on TV?
Well, anytime I watch The Office, I guess. And that number is almost unlimited.
You're cheating on us.
No. I have this.
Do you like
in
Sheets more than you like us?
No, of course not.
Liar.
Of course not.
Liar.
That's a fucking lie.
How many times have you been to Sheets without us?
Only 2 or 3 times.
How many times have you been to us without Sheets?
I've never been to us without Sheets.
There you go.
Is that the right thing to say?
No.
I don't
wrong.
know.
You know what the worst part is? He's only been to Sheets 2 or 3 times, but without us, he's been to Wawa like 12 times.
I've never been to Wawa.
Yeah, he's a
without
big
us.
Wawa guy without us.
Not a chance.
You're a piece of shit.
Not a chance. I wouldn't even step foot in the place unless Mock made us, which he did.
I've never been there.
Oh, Mock's a big Wawa guy for sure.
We went to Wawa when we went to the Phillies game in the summer that one time. Remember that one time we stayed in the hotel just outside of Philadelphia?
There was no Wawa there.
I don't.
I was not there.
Kyle and I went to a Wendy's that was really bad there.
Yeah, right across the street, pretty rough.
Then we went to that like Greenbrook Farms gas station.
We were at that Wendy's for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we got back. All the food was cold. That was the night I started hitting on your cousin.
I think Mock asked for something. We forgot it.
I think that was the night the choo choo toilet bowl thing happened.
The what?
When Mock had to stand up and go choo choo and
That's
then pretend he was
exactly
getting flushed
what
down a
did.
toilet bowl every time.
Wasn't this the hotel that the guy said, "You're not from around here, are you?"
I think it was the hotel where you peed on the seat.
That could be any of them.
Peed on the chair. Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
I think that was the same hotel where we found the random cell phone in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Woke up, Kendall sitting there, dick out.
No, that alleged
That was
pee
Pittsburgh.
sitting was Pittsburgh.
That was Pittsburgh.
Was it?
Because that was the one after the Mets lost the World Series.
And I didn't pee on that.
Oh, no. That was in Philly. That was the time we stayed in Philly.
I don't think so.
It was.
I mean, regardless, I didn't pee on that chair, so we can relax.
You definitely did.
We never confirmed it.
It smelled like your pee.
It didn't. What do you mean my pee?
Dehydrated.
Oh, you.
It smelled like
You know what's
dehydrated
You,
piss.
You know what's
you mean
funny?
full of regret?
My brother called me the other day, right? He goes, "I just don't want to bring anybody like up to the room." I'm like, "Well, the only person we have to worry about is Kendall with that."
Listen, if there's no liquor involved, which there will be, there is not going to be a problem.
right. So let's talk about this. If Kendall's around and liquor's not involved, how long before liquor becomes involved?
Oh,
Right
instantly,
away.
man.
No, because he won't buy the liquor. He's too cheap.
That's right.
Yeah, you can wait for Larry to buy the first shot.
Oh, it's going to be so great. Hey, Larry, let's make it a double.
There's one person I'm very excited to drink with if it all happens, though.
Chris?
Yeah.
Who?
Chris Jankowski.
Hope you're prepared to have some Newcastle.
Coming?
It's unconfirmed as of now, but the invite has been extended.
Is he in the party?
No, he's not in the party.
Because Pat can't go. There's an extra seat.
Pat can't go, and we don't know what's going on with you yet.
Gotcha.
and the tickets only come in certain amounts. So, but I really would. I would really like to see him drunk. I really want to see him drunk, and then I want to see you ask about the nude photo of yep.
If that happens, please just record that.
Probably save that for later.
Massey, you should go just to see that. I got that in my text thread with.
I mean,
certain
Massey is
photo.
pretty much a hybrid Mike Mock Vito combo, so he'll drive to Philly for the night to go back to Nashville for the wedding.
Yeah.
They'll be like, Ashley, there's no good broadband here. I got to go play LOL somewhere real quick. I'll be back.
Do you know what LOL stands for?
Yeah, League of Legends, you dick.
Yeah, good man.
No, it's not a good man. That game sucks.
It does suck.
If it's not Paper Mario, I don't care.
Is that the
Kendall,
same show?
what else is on PPRN Radio Network?
Well, you can listen to the Peter Pino Show Wednesdays at 7:30. He'll be off this week because he's on a job for work. He'll be out of state, so no show this week.
He'll be a place with their sheets.
Yes, that's true. He'll be in Baltimore.
Don't give out his personal info.
I'm so sorry.
Poor guy.
Choreorama, Sundays at 2. Friday Night Delight, Mike Rotolo and his wife Jess, 5 p.m. Getting Sports with a Drunk, that's us. Mondays at 8. The Gray Area with Aaron Kinner, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Hell F and Yeah, it's live Tuesdays at 2, and the replay from the previous week is at noon. It's the Boo Show, Thursdays at 7. And every other week is Mixtape Saturday. This coming week is Mixtape Saturday, I believe, so stay tuned for the lineup.
Mark, where can they find us?
Find us on Facebook at Getting Sports with the Drunk, Twitter and Instagram, GSWD_4.
Make sure to use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses.
Like, subscribe, comment on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
That really fucking threw me off.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk. Next week, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do next week.
I got a game for it.
Next week.
Is it a game we have to be in person for?
Nah.
I would say hold off on planning all games people have to be in person for.
You can be here next week.
Book those out like 6 weeks in advance.
But listen, next week we are going to pitch our team to get Vince Paul switching to.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you
We
forgot.
can do that real quick.
We can.
10 seconds each. Go. Massey.
Come join the Rams. We share a very deep history. We both build good defenses and strong run game. And we have really good uniforms.
Souls. Nah, you lost me right there.
You should join the Colorado Avalanche.
Colorado Ravens, book it.
We have a very young, up-and-coming team. We have McKinnon, Rantanen, Kadrid. We're going to take the league by storm in the next few years.
Mock?
Listen, if you start watching the New York Football Giants, you
Kendall?
really won't even know the difference.
Join the Mets. A TV show once said it's not the hope that kills you, but listen, it's worth every minute of it.
It's not.
You all lose.
All right.
We didn't really provide compelling arguments.
I at least tried for a connection.
Yeah, but fuck you. You said the uniforms, and that just lost it.
Come on, give it to me.
Well, I mean,
Those uniforms suck, Massey.
the new ones do, yes. The throwbacks are.
Also, I get to be awesome. Like, I'd be like, oh man, this is so cool. One game a year.
You get to root for him like that one time.
Yeah. I love it when we play Arizona at home. It really gets my dick hard. Make sure to tune into all the great stuff on the PPRN Radio Network. Oh, beer reviews. Jesus, Kendall. Come on, man. Just fucking stay on top of your shit.
So I'll give you the note.
What'd you have?
I had French Toasted from Blue Point. It was 9.3%. It's a double brown ale. I purchased it on the premise that I thought it was a stout. It was not. Also paid $16.79 for this 4-pack. It was okay. I would not buy this again.
You didn't buy it.
I did buy it.
You didn't buy
Notes of coffee, cinnamon, maple
Your wife
syrup.
bought it.
No, this is my money. All these
it. No,
flavor
this is my money.
flavor notes definitely did come through. I would have this for breakfast for sure. But it's a beer, really, unless you like these flavor profiles, not worth getting. 1.9 out of 5 stars.
Shows?
So the Sun Lab. First of all, you didn't finish, you bitch. Go ahead.
No, I didn't have it, Kyle, because these are 9.3% a pop, and I have to drive home.
Oh. Anyway, I had the Sun Lab. I give it a 4.7 out of 5.
Is it better than Too
No.
Juicy?
It's a very, very good beer. It's not. There's not a lot of hop. It's hoppy, but it's easy to drink. Make sense? All right.
Crushable.
I really take the Galaxy hops to it.
Wow.
You're gonna have to tell me what these are.
You a spaceman or something?
uh,
Continue.
but I really think it's a very good beer. I recommend it to everybody. We're gonna have a lot of them in the next coming months.
Kyle's never gonna be able to find it again. I had 6 Coors Banquet beers. They're just run of the mills domestic beers.
Hey, it's part of your January.
It's part of my January. One more January to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just have to do domestic beers. So
IPA.
it's got to be a domestic mass brewed beer.
Oktoberfest.
Budweiser.
Yeah, I don't know. I could do Budweiser or
Well,
Busch. haven't
I
done
will
that.
say you've kind of gone out of the box a little bit. So
Yeah, because what have I done? Coors,
you did Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock. You know what? I got a buddy that's going to Buffalo for 2 days. I'm gonna get a 30 or Red Dog. I think.
There you
I
go.
would really drink those.
Buy like
Drink those in front of Mock on the last day of dry January.
They're really cool.
Just dump out whatever's left.
Like, oh.
Yeah, you're not gonna like these. They're fresh.
No, they're not.
Make sure to tune into all the great stuff happening on the PPRN Radio Network, including Getting Sports with Drunk every Monday. And next week, we'll have some stuff planned. We'll see what's going on. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm Mock.
Sheen Washable.
I'm Chance the Souls.
your Who Souls?
Chance the Souls.
Chances.
A little
The
stuffed
Maskers
up like always.
And the Red of Red Baron.
Yeah.